hello, and welcome to the Lost Archives. My name's Owen, and I'm the Dungeon Master of this ragtag group of heroes and adventurers.
Hi everybody, I'm Claire. I'm playing Mira, who's a Dragonborn Sorcerer, half red dragon, half silver dragon. Originally was a bit of a politician, and now has joined the adventuring life, probably to a greater extent than she ever expected.
I'm Michael. I'm playing Lockie, a Warforged Artificer. Originally was part of a flying castle, but I've since left and resumed an adventure with my mouth friends.
Cool. Hey guys, I'm Jared, and I play the character of Jin. He is a level 6 Law Bard and a level 2 Hexblade Warlock. I'm currently an associate and ally of the Tempest Guild, and I'm helping them in their goal of stopping the Queen of Dragons, Tiamat.
Hello, I'm Ali, and I'm playing Shana, the Yuan-Ti Sorcerer, who is traveling with the Tempest Adventuring Guild, trying to find the other half of her soul, who is hiding somewhere away, far from reach.
Hi guys, I'm Matt, playing Yervith, the sneaky Wood Elf Ranger and Rogue, who, after a tragic incident in the jungle with his previous expedition, has now joined up with this lovely ragtag group of adventurers and is looking to see what happens next.
Hello, everybody! Hello! Hi, give us a wave! Yeah!
Hello!
Hey!
Oh,
Hey.
dearie me. We're back. How you doing? Hope you've been okay. We've been doing well. Sorry we're a little bit late starting the session tonight. We were about to begin, and then Claire and Michael live in a haunted house, it turns out, and the ghost is a big fan of the Lost Archives, got a bit excited and took out their internet for a solid 2-3 minutes there. So now that we've got that back up and running, we are back and ready to go. So I hope everyone is excited. Unfortunately, we don't have the lovely Matt with us here tonight. Yervith will be taking a bit of a break for tonight's session. I've come up with a little bit of a plausible reason for where Yervith could be during this, but I will play his character for the next little bit until we find a bit of an escape for him. So I'll handle Matt for the moment, and then we'll deal with Yervith in a little bit. But yeah, we hope everyone's been doing really well. Hope you've all been safe, looking after yourselves. Anyone got any fun news? Any crazy things happening in the world that you want to share? Not shaking their heads.
No, not really.
Nah, shaking their
Nothing
heads.
exciting.
No.
Nothing exciting. It's true. Life is exciting.
This is true. But I think we need some smudge sticks.
Yeah.
We should organise that for you. Have you? I'm trying to think what else we do in Phasmophobia.
Mail them some sage.
Yeah.
Just throw crosses into rooms.
Have you made a salt circle around yourselves yet?
No, that's not a terrible idea. Though.
You know, we did take salt with us in Tasmania when we were staying at these haunted hotels.
Did you?
Yeah, we did.
How'd that go? Well, you made it back, so it must have worked really well.
I know, it was a little disappointing.
Very
actually.
disappointing.
Yes.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is it because ghosts aren't real and those people are just after your money?
Shame you. Oh no, they didn't tell us that we were. But yes, there were plenty of plenty of ghosts in Tasmania for profit.
The one place that was like legitimately spooky was spooky because it was just really big. Like the room was really big, so we couldn't see the end of it.
Meth lab style.
Meth lab style.
Yeah.
So it wasn't spooky because of ghosts; it was spooky because of people.
Humans.
Spooky because of humans. Oh man. All right, well, I will be in Tasmania in the middle of the year, so I'll have to make sure I make an effort to go visit one of these haunted places and just be really obnoxious and explain like the science behind ghost capturing and things like that. Or I'll just pretend that I'm like one of the cast members of Supernatural and just fucking go for it.
That's how I
Shut me! Shut me! Just yell that out every 5 minutes. Shut me! Alrighty, well, we better jump back into D&D. So, let me do a quick recap and let's jump back into it. The Tempest Adventuring Guild, a group of mercenaries, explorers, and adventurers, has been working to thwart the machinations of a group known as the Order of the Dragon. This cult has been amassing power, wealth, and knowledge in an attempt to perform a ritual which would bring a dark draconic god, Tiamat, back into the world. Our story has been following the escapades of some of the members of this group: Mira, Jin, Lockie, Yervith, and Shana, who are now journeying further north to try and track down an ancient artifact used to summon dragons to the Order's side. Arriving at the edge of a vast expanse of sea ice covering the northern pole of Nostea, the party began their journey by exploring a sunken wreck of a ship once belonging to the cult. Having salvaged some maps of the surrounding area, which revealed a winding series of tunnels through a massive iceberg, the group spent some time scouting around. After discovering and accidentally releasing an ancient sea hag who was pretending to be a woman frozen in ice, the party were forced to fight off a group of Sahaugen working for the hag. After a brief fight, which ended with the hag decapitated and the Sahaugen mostly dead and 2 of them in custody, the group headed back for a rest. During this rest at the ship, Mira learnt her magic is growing more chaotic, and Jin and Shana learnt they both worked for the same master, a shadowy figure called Varus Nightshade. But more importantly, that Varus might not be as evil or as malevolent as both had assumed. With these revelations in tow, the party, minus Jin, headed out to explore the ice while Jin chose to remain back at the ship for the time being. The rest of the team explored the ice tunnels and encountered a new danger in the form of a gelatinous ice cube, aggressive slimes with the power of frost. In response to being swallowed by one of the cubes, Lockie set off a thunder wave and then grew to enormous size, crashing and crushing its body beneath his vast girth. Sorry, Lockie. We ended last session with the thunder wave echoing through the ice tunnels, reverberating down the corridors, and then the sounds of footsteps coming down the corridor to the north. A voice calling out.
Get there, I thought I heard something. Come on, you fat lump.
Then emerging from the darkness, just as Shana cast an illusionary ice wall to cover and block the pathway. A massive ice troll, 4 arms, shaggy white hair with dark blue skin, crawled around the corner. Looking at this massive hunk of ice, the kobold that was accompanying him said,
Oh, there's been a cave-in. Start to clear it.
The ice troll leant forwards with its hand and reached towards the illusion. That's where we ended last session. But we're not going to set off from there. We're actually going to jump back in time a little bit. Jump back to Jin. Now, Jin, last session, after you discovered these things, the rest of the party decided to make their way out onto the ice fields and head towards the tunnels, but you decided to spend a bit of time thinking through your revelations in your room. Closed the door behind you and said, I'll catch up with you later. That was the last we heard of you. So,
Yes.
let's jump back in time and jump in with you. Jin,
Cool.
you're in your room. What would you like to do?
First things first, I'll just give you a notice, Owen. I changed my camera angle again, and I'm behind my character art again.
I'll fix it right now. Oh, gee.
Just letting you know.
Thank you. I noticed. I was just
Good.
finding an opportune time to fix it.
Okay. So, Jin's gonna sort of say goodbye to his the party, and when I guess that I do know that they're like we're on the ship for a little bit, like sort of dicking around. So while they're doing that, I'm gonna be in my room. I'm gonna close it, lock it, and then I'm just sort of gonna sit in my bed in like a meditative state a little bit, and just sort of throw out like a question in my mind, trying to gain Varus's attention, and that is, Varus, I have one more question for you. Why did you head an assassin guild? Why was that a thing?
Okay. Yeah, you form this question within your mind. You hold it and begin reaching out again. Before too long, you feel this sort of shadowy pull, and you watch as your tattoo glows and your shadow reaches up and forms into Varus. As he stands before you, shadows leaking off him, this elven gentleman with a sort of palish grey skin, dark eyes, dark hair, and a long coat. He sort of smiles. Oh, Jin, it's only just been a moment. Did you miss me that much?
I disregard that and look. The last conversation, the last discussion was a lot of things were unearthed. In my mind, you seem to be more. It's not more of a grey area. It seems. I just want to know why you even headed this assassin guild. From the discussion before, it sounds like you were actually doing more good than bad.
I like to keep it a little bit balanced. Would you say shades of grey? That's where I like to operate in the grey areas. These gods with their dichotomies and their morals. It's all a bit much, I think. They're kidding themselves. You can't live for as long as we do without committing some atrocity or another. It's not possible. You'd go mad. So why bother pretending to be anything other than what we are? Nebulous, inscrutable. Also, I didn't quite set up the Assassin's Guild. You have to understand, Jin, I took advantage of an opportunity granted to me. These mortals always so quick to point the finger. It wasn't my idea. They were reaching out for a patron, looking for someone to sponsor them. They'd committed such an impressive blood sacrifice. There were a couple of others who'd been drawn by the attention, and I was just quicker, shall we say.
Mm-hmm.
They've been around for a very long time. Obviously, they try not to call me Varus. I introduced myself quite early as Varus, but they much prefer... What do they call me there? The Bloodmonger or something like that. Something over very melodramatic. Not my style at all, you know that.
Yes, I do remember that name floating
Something
around.
like that. It was something along those lines. Too much for me, no. Varus Nightshade will do. No, I merely took advantage of an obvious window into this world these people set up. I mean, you must know the power of a life sacrifice by this point, Jin.
Oh, so are you saying that they were your step into this world?
They were my... I guess window is the right word, not really a door. Not something I could reach through more than an arm, shall we say. Just a tendril of power. Beginnings of an influence. More like a crack, really. This world's sealed off, you know. It's very hard to get access to it. Probably the work of those damn giants, I'd say.
I think Illyrian will just sit there for a sec, sort of take in, look around. He'll strain for hearing for a sec to see if anyone's actually still out in the if the party's moved on.
No, you heard the sounds of footsteps going up the wooden stairs of the ship off the deck, and then you can hear sort of Leosin call out, "Good luck, try not to get hurt," as they start walking away, and then...
So they're not there anymore.
A few minutes later, you hear the sound of heavy footfalls, of clawed feet walking past, heading towards the lower deck. And you think that's probably... But no, you get the sense that's probably the Leonin heading down towards the lower deck.
Yep. I'll let him pass for a sec. I look at Varus. What is your goal here? Why are you here right now? Why do you want me to stab the Drakhorn?
Well, see, you don't approve of other methods of getting me here, so I need to access that power some other way. I need some draconic essence, Jin. Not much, just a smidge. And the horn's the easiest way for me to get it.
But what is the end goal?
I want to enter this realm. Of course, I thought that was obvious.
And then?
Oh, Jin. How long have you got? Do you want me to sit down and explain all my plans? Remember, I'm infinite, I'm eternal. It's a very long list of things I'm hoping to accomplish. If you're worried about what's going to happen to your world, I have no designs on conquest. I have no designs on destruction. I operate in the grey areas, remember, Jin? Ambivalence, neither good nor evil. Think of me as neutral. I'm not here to cause trouble. All I want is access to the giant magic. This world's the only way I'm going to get it. For the moment, anyway. You know, this is the only world they live on.
I heard that.
What'd you hear?
Heard something in the background. Someone swore.
Probably Michael, I'd say. Claire. There you go. Yes. Did you know this is the only world that the giants are actually native to? Across all the various multiverses, there's only one world in which they actually arose on their own. Pretty crazy stuff, don't you think? Only one world where the giants were made. That's got to count for something. Anam was the first god after all.
This hungering dark you were talking about, is that a threat to this world?
Absolutely, it's a threat to all worlds, Jin.
But is it a looming threat? Is it at the door? but so to
I
speak.
haven't seen any signs of connection yet. You've got to look out for some certain signs, you see. There's dead giveaways, stars disappearing from the night sky, eyes watching from the darkness. That's his sort of classic representation. Madness as well. Similar to how Tharizdun, the god of madness, works. Those who stare into the heart of the abyss find that the abyss stares a little bit back. So if you start to notice an increase in the number of madmen about, you'll know you're probably in a bit of trouble. Just a smidge. And eyes watching from the void. And with this, he starts to grow a bit more serious. Jin, you notice his body language change, where once he was sort of relaxed a bit, opening your drawers, looking through them a little bit while he's talking to you.
Yep.
He sort of straightens up and actually sort of stands a bit taller and looks at you. You will tell me if you... Yeah, so as he starts talking to you again, he goes, You will tell me if you notice any of these things, won't you, Jin?
I would say so, yes.
Straight away. If you could be a good chap.
Yes, I will.
Wonderful. And with that, he seems to relax a little bit.
I don't condone all your methods, but
My
it
methods?
seems
What have I
that,
done?
well, I still can't get around the fact that you support the Assassin's Guild.
Jin, means to an end, please. Before I got involved, they were killing anyone who paid them money. Can you imagine that? At least now they run the contracts by me first, and I can see what the impact of those deaths is going to be. It was chaos before, mortals killing mortals whenever they fucking wanted. Unbelievable. It's much more organised now.
So, who are the targets now? Who do they go after?
Oh, well, they have to make a living, Jin. I'm not going to disrupt an entire economy just for morals, please. But there are occasionally contracts I nudge them towards. You know how it is. A little whisper there, a note there, just to make things a bit more simple. At the moment, for the last little bit, they've been hunting cultists. Oh, didn't you know?
Cultists?
Oh yes, members of the Order of the Dragon. Key members who might catch on to what I'm up to, or might get too much in the way of you and Shana. I got to look after my investments, after all. There was an assassin for you, actually. Did you know that? Back in Palin, an assassin from the cult. Luckily, our boys managed to get to him first, but whew, he had wyvern poison and a dagger. That would have been nasty.
I sort of take him in. Like this, that's a bit of a revelation.
You never ask what I do for you. Unbelievable. So ungrateful.
I shake off the assassination. I just sort of...
You're not there, Claire.
That's a good idea,
You can't insight check him. You can't insight check him.
I will insight check him, actually.
Alright, go on, insight check.
Oh.
Despite the metagamey nature of it, I'll allow it.
21. I was thinking of asking it anyway, but then I saw it in the chat.
Once again, Varys isn't outright lying. He is not saying anything to you that he does not himself believe or seem to believe. Again, 100%. He is deliberately saying things in a way that guides you towards a certain opinion. And you are very, very clued into the fact that Varys wants you to trust him. So much. It is so obvious that everything he's saying, everything he's doing, the fact that he's introducing this now, he's known for weeks that there was an assassin in Palin who was going after you. And he believes that that's true. He's known that for weeks. He hasn't told you up until now. So something has changed. Now he needs your trust more. You are picking up that. Yeah, you're cluing in on some things that are a bit more okay. Varys wants me to trust him, and he's now willing to do things a little bit differently. He's acting a bit. The ghost has come for you again. I've just muted you. Sorry, Lockie. I'll give me a thumbs up when I can unmute you. Yeah. So Varys wants you to trust him, and he is very focused on that goal. But he's not lying. You don't get the sense he's lying to you. But again, like saying things in a way with a bit of humor, with a bit of emotion, trying to sort of...
Yeah.
I would say he is trying to manipulate you. He's not lying to you, but he's trying to manipulate you. He wants you to trust him.
I'm going to come out outright and just look at him.
Oh wow, that is creepy. Their door did just open for
No way.
Yes, it did. It fucking did. I just saw it.
Hold on. But did they do it?
No, they weren't there. They weren't in frame.
Oh fuck.
That's
no
really
way.
spooky.
Come on,
That's
don't-
really
no.
spooky. 100%. I just saw it open.
Clip it on Twitch.
Clip it. Oh yeah, clip it.
Clip it.
I've clipped it.
Show
I've clipped it. I've clipped it. Oh man, that is horrifying. For those of you who aren't aware, we're having a
No
quick break from this
way,
incredible RP right now because Claire and Michael have been telling us for a while now that their house is haunted, saying that doors. Oh my god, it's just closing. It's just closing.
Oh no way.
I'm clipping that again. I think the house is haunted.
Or
Where'd they go?
draft going through it.
No, that's not.
Come on, Ali. Oh, Claire's there now. But it wasn't her before. It wasn't her before. Wait till they come back on. We've got to. Oh my god.
Do they hear
Guys,
anything?
your door was moving by itself. Just a heads up.
No, it was me.
Oh damn it!
But the smoke alarm
The
wasn't
smoke
us.
alarm wasn't us, actually.
Yeah.
Oh, you did well.
Owen, you fell for it so hard.
I did. I wanted
I
it to
fell
be.
for it even harder because
I
I
wanted
wasn't
it to be
looking at
true.
the feed. I was writing things in my notes.
I
was so triggered.
I wanted it to be true so badly. Introduce your housemate. Introduce your housemate, guys.
Oh, this is our ghost.
Yeah, we haven't given them a name yet.
No.
Okay.
Let's
Can
do
I
a
name
use
them?
it.
I mean, maybe Twitch check can name
Twitch could
Alright.
name it.
Twitch can name it. I'm going to call them Ferdinand until.
them. Ferdinand.
Yeah, because you can't be
Sure.
scared of a ghost called Ferdinand. I'm saying that right now. All right, sorry, yeah. So we'll jump back in with the RP. So,
Also,
Jim.
Oh yeah.
On fire, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's
no,
good.
I wasn't. No, I'm not worried about that. You've got red hair. You're immune, right? Isn't that how that works?
It's true.
Claire should protect you. There's a window right next to you, mate. Just jump out the window. Come on.
That's true.
Sorry. Yes.
Apologies.
Right. No, that's fine. Oh yeah. So I'm gonna come out. I'm gonna sort of lead with a question that's pretty forthcoming. After doing the insight check, I'm gonna look at him and go, "This is just something I've clued in on a little bit. Why now? Why do you need my trust now? I'm sensing things. You've never been this forthcoming before. What has changed? Why do you need my trust?"
Jin, please, come on now. We can talk frankly. It's just timetable's escalating a little bit. You're closer to your goal. You've worked hard. I think you've earned a bit of a pat on the back. Jin, with your
What
previous insight,
changed?
he's lying.
What changed?
I don't know what you mean. Whatever could you be referring to? Well, I love our little chats, Jin. I do have some other things I need to attend to. Unless you had any other questions for me, I gotta walk on the road.
You know, I would be a lot more trusting if you just told me the truth.
He pauses and turns.
And I could help you with your goals if I knew what the true objectives were. If you're going to hide things from me, though, I can't help you as well as I could.
Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a secret bonus for one of the things you said.
21. It is plus 12.
Varys looks at you and gives you an eye. You get a +2 to that, so it's a total of 23. Varys pauses, looks you dead in the eyes. As you look into it's just black. There is no pupil, there's no sclera, it's just black. And
Is the void looking back at me?
as you look deeply into this entity's eyes, you see darkness. But more importantly, you see a very old creature that is afraid. Varys is scared. Scared of something. You're not sure what, but he is scared of something. He pauses and turns to look at you. Can I trust you, Jin? Really, can I trust you?
I look at him. My answer to that would have been a lot different yesterday than it is today. A lot of things have been shed, or have been thrust into the light, and I do have I have a lot more trust in you as it seems now. So this is definitely the best we've ever had for our friendship.
I'm probably going to regret this. Fine. I'll talk. I'll share. When you asked about Hadar, that was a very pertinent question, one which I was not expecting. Your time here, your buffer, it has gotten a lot shorter. Tiamat has grown aware of my little scheme, and rather than playing fair and letting the best person win, she has decided that it's a winner takes all, or nothing. She put out a call into the void, a beacon for Hadar to follow. If Tiamat were to break through, it would not be for very long. Let me tell you that. While I have plans that I'm not going to share with you, no matter what, because you don't have a right to know what I'm up to all the time. I'm a god, I should have some mysteries. I don't intend for any harm to come to the people of this world, unless they get in my way. All I want is the giant magic. I want to understand how it works, and I want to understand how Anam created life. Not so bad. Once I have that, I'll be on my way. A new realm. My own creation. Imagine how fun that would be. A beautiful place.
Writing notes?
Yes, I rather imagine you would be.
What's all there?
Okay, that's a lot.
This is bad.
And there's something else as well.
Oh?
There's some other force that's interested in the ritual the cult are working on. You figured out that it's not just Tiamat who can be summoned by this ritual, it's any god. This breaks down the walls between realms. You could summon anything, any creature from one place to here. There's a lot more than Hadar out in the void. He is probably one of the worst, but he's not the only darkness. There are other eyes turning towards this corner of creation. Not all of them friendly. At least with me, you know that I'm going to be fairly chilled out. I can't promise the same of my contemporaries.
Oh, fuck.
One in particular gives me the willies.
Oh, he's still going.
Yeah. I don't know his real name. But wherever he goes, I hear a dark tempo echoing out across the stars.
Oh.
Nice.
No.
Yes. Baby, I'm already here. No, you don't hear that.
Okay.
You don't
We
hear
have
that.
enough space.
You don't hear that. You don't hear that. I don't
I look at
worry
him,
about.
puzzled a bit there. Dark tempo.
Music
What
is
do
magic,
you
Jin.
mean?
You know that. Magic and music, music is
I'm
magic.
I'm aware of that. But
Imagine what the dark, the silence between the notes, that echoing darkness, beats, the unnatural rhythms, the syncopation. It's a lot for a mortal mind, I understand. You're a bard though, I thought
No.
you'd get that.
I'm sorting through. So not just Tiamat, yourself, Hadar, and more beings
Yes.
out there that are looking towards this realm.
Oh yes. Severin, in his almighty wisdom, decided to test the spell, to make sure it worked before they were finished getting everything ready. Imagine that. This once-off opportunity to get out of the darkness and into the light once again.
And who goes and rings the dinner bell but Severin? Really? This is why I don't trust mortals with things like this anymore. Shana taught me that lesson. Maybe Severin is Tiamat's lesson in that.
Oof.
I don't know why you're upset. I'm just saying how it is.
Oh no, that's just Jared. I probably do have a little chuckle though with that, if I'm being honest, as Illyrian. Well, I didn't realize that the situation was this dire. Tiamat was enough, but this is quickly getting out of control.
I'm practically a hero by the standards of comparison, aren't I?
On a scale, yes. I think for this company, you would definitely be more towards good, by the sounds of it.
I like to think myself as the yardstick. I'm true neutral. Anyone left of me is a real worry.
So you said that only a lot of eyes are looking at this realm.
Yes.
Not all good. Are there any good gods or anything that are looking towards this realm? Is there anyone other than yourself? What else is there?
Oh, Jin. As if I'm going to tell you about the competition. No, you've got my resume intact. Please. You're not even going to consider other options if you don't know what they are. No, I like to have my bets hedged. But I'll tell you right now, I am absolutely the least worst of your options. When this world was formed, before the gods left, the good gods, after banishing away these betrayer gods, they all made a vow to never again interfere in the workings of Nostea. So all of your prime deities, I think they're called, they're not coming back. Not unless they want to break their oaths. And I really don't think that would fit with their image, do you?
No,
Just
the gods,
proving my point.
For the most part, the gods have been absent.
Oh yes, very much. Ever since that war, you know they really were quite damaged by that. Otherwise I wouldn't be able to talk to you today, now would I? If their protections were still intact. They like to pretend they're all-powerful and almighty, but when you're up against someone who's equally almighty, things can get a bit rough. And I don't think they were quite ready to play in the deep end. Takes a couple of worlds to be destroyed before you really know how to flex your power. And I've got that knowledge, thanks to Shana. You've got a lot to think about, and your friends are in a little bit of a pickle. Well, not yet, but they will be very shortly. You know they've taken the ice tunnels down to get to the cold.
What's wrong with that?
Oh dear, well, there's lots of things down there. Nasty critters the cult doesn't want to think about anymore. Ice trolls, there's a whole contingent of kobolds down there, and of course, Orathator. But I'm sure you'll be fine. Just remember, Jin, black sword through the horn, and you're doing well.
I'll just sort of nod to that. I'm pretty deep in thought as I sort of sit there, just sort of looking at him. There's a lot to comprehend.
I'll be there with you in the final chamber. I'll make sure I set aside a bit of time in my busy schedule to point you out exactly where I want you to stab. Be a shame if you missed. Goodness me. Chipping this beautiful new sword on some old icy stone. No. I'll be there with you in the final chamber, don't worry.
Just not again.
Wonderful. Well, I see I've exhausted your conversation. Anything else, or shall I pop back later, see how you're getting on?
No, I better get moving. Go help out my friends. Like you said, they very well might be in some peril, so I better go and see how they're doing.
Yes, of course. Well, good luck. And if you run into any trouble, you know who to call.
Perfect. Yes, this conversation has been very illuminating.
I like to think that without the shadow, you'd have no definition of the light. So yes, in a way I am illuminating.
Okay. I bid you a good day. I sort of get up, give him a bit of a nod, and then I sort of make my way out the door.
He walks past you. You still have no shadow at this point, and as you walk out the door, he sort of steps around, then sits down on your bed. And as you walk out the door, he sort of leans back and looks up towards the ceiling, letting out a long sigh. This before fading into darkness, and your shadow rejoins.
Right. Okay. Cool. With that,
You'll go and catch up to the rest of the party.
I will cast, like we mentioned.
Yep.
And then
I reckon save it till I think Jin would probably wait a little bit and wait till you get to at least the midway point before you cast the spell you're thinking of, and then because you've only got it for an hour, right?
Yeah.
We'll give you a little bit later. So Jin will now make an attempt to try and catch up with the rest of the party. Alrighty, we better jump back to the rest of the party. So, all of you've had plenty of time to think about what you're going to do. Certainly, I hope you haven't been distracted by the discussion of what's going on. So you should all be.
We weren't listening in.
You should be raring and ready to go. So my question is, what would you guys like to do? You see this ice troll, this enormous blue-skinned, four-armed giant, start to reach towards the illusion.
I think the first thing that Shana probably does, because we know that it's the ice troll, we can hear it, we've been told about it, we know what's coming for us, yeah?
Pretty sure you can see it through the illusion.
Yeah.
Okay. In that case, Shana, just anticipating trouble, is going to reach out and touch Lockie on the shoulder and cast Dragon's Breath on him. And say, Lockie, I'm going to give you the power up. This is going to make a bunch of fire come out of your mouth. It's going to happen in a 15-foot cone, so try not to catch Yervith or anyone else in the cross blasts.
Bit metagamey.
You can choose when you activate it, though. You're not going to activate it accidentally. I mean, you shouldn't. I hope not.
I will try not to.
Okay, I was we should probably hide, but
He's still here, Jared. I'll just mute him. It's all right. I'll just mute him. When he gets back on, when his camera's back on, give me a thumbs up and I'll bring you back in. I think he forgot to mute himself. Sorry, carry on, guys.
I was going to hide, but if we're going to attack it, then
Well, there's only one way out.
well, there's the hole. Just nope out. But no,
to you
I'm ready.
guys. I say we catch it. Element and surprise blast it before it knows we're here. And with that, I'm not sure sort of how this is going to work in initiative order, but I still technically have a bonus action, and I'm going to use Eldritch. I still technically have an action after the bonus action touch, and so if I can ready Eldritch Blast until we know what we're doing or anything.
I will allow it.
I'll duck behind with my hand pistols ready.
Yeah. And with that, she's also going to hide around the corner.
Okay.
So, Yervith is going to run back towards the stairs really quickly. Okay. Guys, are we not? Oh shit, okay. And then quickly go around the corner as well.
We can just sort of stand
Do you have your fire breath ready, Lockie?
Sure.
Be funny if she didn't actually cast that spell and you just go, nothing happens. That'd be pretty funny.
Right.
Yeah, alrighty. The ice troll reaches down and its hand passes through the illusion. It lifts up and looks at its hand. Goes for it again and again.
How does this work? Is this an action to cast the...
Yes, it's an action to do the Dragon's Breath.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's also 15-foot cone, so if you also catch the kobold at the same time.
Sure.
The kobold sort of comes around the corner looking at the ice troll.
What is it? What's going on?
I could take a step forward to 15 feet, standing behind the wall, and just goes, sort of shrugs, pokes his head out. Just
Lockie opens his faceplate, and this gout of flame shoots forward, pushing through the illusion. The ice unaffected because it's illusionary. It's not really there. I need to make a dexterity save for the kobold and the
dex
frost troll.
save 16 for everyone caught.
16.
Are they surprised?
They're surprised. That doesn't affect saves though, so just make the save. Alrighty, let me quickly roll. That's a fail for the kobold. Ooh, almost a pass for the frost troll. So close. Okay, so roll me some damage.
Yeah, so Lucky it's 3d6.
7 damage.
What kind of roll is that?
2 1s and a 5 is what that is.
Great. You watch as the kobold goes, and then is vaporized instantly, turning to ash, as it is just instantly vaporized by the fire. The frost troll puts its hands up, taking this brunt right to the face, this brunt of fire, before sort of stumbling back roughly up against the wall, looks down at the ruins of its kobold friend, looks up towards the ice, and roars a challenge. That's going to be initiative, everybody.
Coolio.
I think
Hey, Owen.
His
Yes.
head down just before we finished last time.
What was that, sorry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so I asked Owen to like basically retcon that because I definitely wouldn't have been that goofy. Oh, hey, what's going on here, guys?
Yeah.
What happens when you're away?
I'm doing more of a stealthy approach.
Yeah, fair enough. Oh no, it's an 8. That's an 8.
Owen.
Do you want to...
I mean, I don't mind waiting a couple turns.
You've had enough
can I
time because they spent a lot of time dicking about with the slimes, with the
Oh, sure.
the gelatinous ice cubes.
We did spend a
Well,
lot
could
of
you
time.
maybe just put my token on there for now, and maybe just
So that you can see.
chuck it
There you go.
somewhere, just so I can see.
There you go. Just change your name to Jin. There you go, so the group can see.
Oh,
I better
yeah, I
bring
can
this
see.
across to the map.
I'll probably
Alrighty.
be, I don't know, like maybe like here or something.
All right, cool. Okay, let me put some battle music on while I'm doing that. So Shana, 10, Yervith, 9, Mira, 3. I'll just fix that up. It's yours.
8.
Oh no, 8. It is 8. Yes, you're right. Jin, 13, and the ice troll gets its initiative. The kobold does not because you vaporized it instantly. Alrighty. The ice troll is first with an initiative of
Nice.
15. Goodness me.
Makes sense. He's probably pissed.
Yeah, I mean, it does make sense as he just turns and roars towards you guys. The ice troll just charges forwards. You watch as it just basically puts its head down and charges, powering through the illusion, as if it's like going to charge through the ice. It hasn't quite realized it's an illusion yet, and it charges forwards, expecting to meet resistance. 5, 10, 15, 20. It smashes into you, Lockie, because, excuse me, it can't see through it. As it smashes into you, can I have you make me a strength saving throw, please?
Yes, please.
As it does
So
charge.
this will be. I'm gonna tap my thing and go. This is this. So whatever I roll here will be +4 on top of this. That's 13 plus 4 is 17.
17. That is enough. As this thing smashes into you, you are just shunted to the side. Rather than being like grabbed and pushed by it and slammed into the ground, it kind of pushes you off to the side a little bit as you're able to dodge out of the way. So that's 20, 25. It's going to go to here. As it sort of pushes past you, Lockie, it reaches back, flinging back an arm, which smashes into the side of you. Does a... no, that doesn't hit you, does it? No, that doesn't hit you. I don't know what they're saying. No. 17 doesn't touch you. I know that for a fact. And then it's going to swing the other arm around the corner towards you, Mira, as it just charges and begins flailing around recklessly. Does a 13 hit you, Mira? No, it does not.
Ooh.
I am rolling awfully for this thing. With that, it's then going to roar once more right into the middle of the room. This echoing roar that sort of bounces off the ice, echoes down the corridor. Very, very loud. Lockie, you're up next.
Yeah. I am indeed. All right. I'm right here. Fuck it. Okay, so he's been knocked back, and his deflector shot off his shield inside his chest. The cube starts to spin and wind, and little tendrils of magic sort of like shoot off like static electricity, and I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt on this thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
That will be an 18 to hit.
Ooh, okay. 18 is just enough.
Hey.
It's enough. It's enough.
Whoop. Oh, cool. Okay, so that's 7 chaotic energy plus 3, and I roll a d8 to see what the 3 is.
Yeah, see what the damage is. Isn't it that you roll the d8s to see what the chaotic energy is?
Is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
pretty
okay.
confident.
Okay.
Because if you get... I think it's actually
Lightning.
determined already. Actually, hang on, let me have a quick look. I think it's determined by the dice you roll, because if it's 2 of the same... Because you get to pick which one of those dice it is from memory. Let me flip and cast bolt. So yeah, choose one of the d8s. The number rolled on that die determines the attack type. So you actually get to pick which one it is. If you roll the same number, the energy leaps from that target to a different target within 30 feet. So you pick one of those 2 dice, the 4 or the 3, to choose what it is that you're attacking. The 3 is if you... Oh, the 3 is the extra d6, which is your extra spell slot that's cast.
Okay.
So 4 and 3, so you can choose force or fire. I think I know which one you're gonna pick.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fire.
Yeah, I thought you might go fire. So yeah, 7 fire damage. You watch as this burning, undulating mass of energy fires out of Lockie's hands, striking against the troll and burning a section of its flesh. It doesn't look like the fire's doing as much as it normally would do to a troll. If any of you have fought trolls before, you know that fire is important for sort of breaking through their ability to heal. It does look like it's doing that, but a troll, the cold emanating off this thing, now that you're close enough, Lockie and Mira, this thing is exuding cold. To get near it is to feel the bitter chill of an icy wind. This thing is freezing, and it does seem to be limiting the effect of the fire somewhat. But that's really nice, Lockie. Anything else on your turn?
Not much I can do on a bonus action. I might use my mace just as a bonus action to do a bright light for 30 feet, just to make sure we're not blinded by anything or blinded by darkness.
No, 100%. Alrighty. Next up,
And then also wave at his face, be like, "Hello, I'm right here."
trying to be a bit distracting. Very nice, very nice. Next up in our initiative order is Jin.
Okay,
I should
so
roll for Yervith. Sorry, I'm quickly roll for Yervith.
yeah, well, he's 9.
That was from last time.
Oh right,
I'll roll for him
give
again.
him a roll.
Nah, look, we'll keep him as the 9. Whatever, easy enough.
I don't know where the pathway is to like all the tunnel into this tunnel or
Oh,
cabin.
so it's, the entrance to the tunnel is this long, narrow, winding section of ice that just goes down before ending in a large room with a hole in the center, and the hole has a ladder down, and they're at the bottom of that hole.
All right, so would I actually come up from like here?
So you'd be emerging from this area here is the room above this dotted section on the map.
Okay. So I basically just want to come into view of the ensuing combat.
Yeah.
I'm going to make my way. Can I go over here? Is that?
Yeah, you can climb down the ladder and go around there. Of course you can.
Cool. I'll use most of my movement to sort of get like to here. For everyone else in the combat, no one even notices my presence because I'm currently invisible.
Exactly.
Ooh, that's cool.
So I've been following you guys. I probably caught up, and I was just sort of watching you guys from afar, just looking for any other dangers that might have posed a threat. Potentially covering our tracks. And I also made a note to Owen about particularly sort of getting a read on Shana because she's sus.
If we were playing Among Us right now, Shana would have been thrown out the airlock.
Oh,
Shana sus.
she tried her best.
Shana sus.
Okay, Owen.
Yeah.
So, if I cast Hex and then do a Eldritch Blast,
Yeah.
Will I get the element of surprise even though the Hex drops my invisibility in that turn?
Yes,
It'd
because
be
the troll is
instantaneous.
currently looking at Lockie and Mira. It's currently focused on those two.
Yeah, because if I did Hex, they would drop the invisibility, and then I would cast Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, no, that's absolutely fine.
Would I still have advantage on the Eldritch Blast because I've just appeared suddenly out of thin air?
Yeah, 100%. No, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Definitely.
Well, then I will
definitely.
Hex the Ice Troll.
Mhm.
Hex. I'm going to get disadvantage on, let's go, ability checks. So strength ability checks is disadvantage. And then I'm going to Eldritch Blast him. So for everyone else sort of focusing on the Ice Troll, out of nowhere, suddenly from the back of the cavern, these just two bolts appear, they come out of nowhere and just slam into this Ice Troll. So let's see how it goes. So I take it a 21 would hit.
Yeah, the 12 misses, but the 21 definitely hits.
Yeah, so
that's advantage, so yeah, you're still fine.
advantage.
21 hits, yep.
So 8 force damage, and I'll do another 6. So
Yeah.
3.
Yep.
So 11 damage, and then let's do it again. 25 hits.
25's going to hit. Yeah.
13 force damage, and so yeah, 13 force, and 1 extra, so 14 damage.
Done. As these two beams of energy shoot through and slam into the troll, you watch as emerging from the darkness, shadows leaking off him, almost like a cloak. Jin steps forward, the invisibility leaking away, but yeah, for a moment, Jin's long cloak maintains this shadow look, and it almost looks a little bit like the cloak that Varys wears before it leaks back into his own shadow, leaving Jin, as you remember him, in his disguise as Illyrian. Very nice, Jin.
I should say as well, with Hex, the Ice Troll will also have like these spectral sort of chains yet again, sort of. I would actually have it chains that have hooks and they hook into it and latch down and sort of pull it.
Out of its shadow emerged these massive meat hooks attached to chains, leaking black shadow that stab through its arms and legs, pulling it, dragging it into its own shadow. Very, very spoopy stuff.
Soupy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And then
spoopy,
then the
spoopy.
two Eldritch sort of green bolts
Yeah,
or
fire
beams
forwards.
come into and hit it. Movement done, bonus action done, main action done, so pass my turn.
Brings us to Shana.
Well, it's about time you joined us. And with that, she's going to Hexblade Curse the Troll.
Amazing.
Take one, what's that, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to get a bit of distance. And
Start
then
running
she's
away.
Also got an Eldritch Blast.
Amazing.
So 1, 2, wait, that's not...
That's Mage Hand. You've double
Okay,
cast
don't
Mage
think
Hands.
Come on. 1. Why is it so slow?
There you go. That's working. 21 and
Okay,
15.
21 and 15 to hit.
Yeah. The 15 misses. The 21 does hit though.
Alright, and
14
then
force
it's
damage.
plus 4 damage, so it's 9 total.
Yeah. There's the necrotic damage starts digging in. Very nice. Anything else on your turn? That's action, bonus action, movement.
No.
I think you're out.
She's
Yervith.
keeping a bit of an eye out just in case there are any more slimes. She's a little bit cautious about them still.
Yeah, no, fair enough. All right, Yervith rushes over towards Eugene. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and goes, Did you see? There's a giant troll. There's a big troll. And then he turns around and shoots it with his longbow. Can you see that roll? No, I don't think you can. That's okay. So he rolled a 16, which is enough to hit. That's going to be 8 piercing damage. And he gets his 8 for sneak attack because there is another enemy within close range. And then he is going to do a multi-attack. He's going to use his longbow again. Oh yeah, I can see those rolls. You told me you couldn't see them. 28. That's going to do 6 damage. He doesn't get his sneak attack this time. And then as he stands next to Eugene, he looks and goes, yeah, so we've got some trouble. Yeah. They made a lot of noise. There's a bit of trouble. And he starts pointing down the corridor. Alrighty. Next up, it looks like we have Mira.
Okay. I'm going to try some sneaky sorcerer stuff. I'm going to take an action to disengage. Run
Very,
backwards.
very wise.
And as a bonus action for Quicken Spell, I'm going to cast Burning Hands.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Burning Hands at 3rd level. What's the... I think?
3rd level going for a big attack.
This is a Staff of Fire, sorry. So it's a Dex saving throw.
I better make a dex save.
Yeah.
And it has... Oh no, that's... Get you. Sorry, buddy. Oh no, that's an 8. That is an absolute fail.
And that is going to be... Oh, only 10.
10 damage. The Staff of Fire, can you just read out really quickly what the area of effect is?
It's a 15-foot cone.
15-foot cone. Just want to quickly measure to make sure Lockie's okay.
I don't think I get Lockie.
You're gonna have to move a little bit closer, but you will be fine if you moved up a bit.
I moved up and then I moved back again.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, nice. Yeah, 10 damage.
I move backwards. I just like.
You hold out the Staff of Fire and fire starts leaping from it. Mira. Oh, the fire feels good. Fire feels really good. Watching this thing burn as you hear it screams, its hair sort of starting to curl up and crackle under the flames, its flesh being rend by this flame. Feels good. You like this. This is fun. Can you make me a quick wisdom saving throw, please?
Yeah. 6.
Oh,
I'm going to use my inspiration to do that again.
Absolutely. Make sure you tick off that inspiration as well.
Warn. Nope, it's 8.
Oh no.
Can I,
Flash
can I
of
help out
genius
with
there.
Flash of Genius.
You can as a reaction? Absolutely.
Only going to be +4.
Still plus
It's
4.
okay.
That's,
12's okay. 12's not bad. If you get a 4 here, you'll be laughing.
I'll say, I just see Lockie fighting his little heart out right up there with the troll.
It
I'm
inspires you a little bit.
Yeah.
Is this the time to be finding this funny? Alright, go on you, let's see it.
10.
Oh, sorry, did Lockie... I can't see the 2. Did Lockie... Do you have to roll Flash of Genius, or is it just +4 straight away?
No, this happens.
Oh, sorry, I'm having a dumb moment. So 12 total. Yeah, 12 is much better. Yeah, Mira, for a moment, as you look at your hands again, you start to see the red scales creeping further and further up your arm before you sort of shake it off and sort of shake your head a bit and then sort of pull yourself out of that space. But there was a moment there where, yeah, I mean, you thought you could see the red scales moving up your arm a bit. It was a bit scary for a second. It is the Ice Troll's go. It has taken fire damage, so it does not get to heal itself. Ice Troll does not like you, Lockie, and it does not like Yervith, Jin, or Mira. It is going to... What's the range here? As long as it's within... Could almost get all of you, I think, actually. 30, 30. So if I went from here, it'd be 20, 15, 15. Nah, out of range for Shana. Out of range for Lockie. Okay. The Ice Troll runs into the center of the room. 5, 10, 15. Lockie, you get an attack of opportunity. Do you have Sentinel?
I will actually cast from that, because I also have...
Open your mouth!
Yes, I'll do that. I'll open my mouth and do a 15-foot.
Oh, yeah, Warcaster.
Yeah, I will cast it.
Nice.
Yeah. So he's got a dex save for 3d6, was it?
Yes. I'll make a dex save right now. Oh no. That's a 5. Oh dear.
All of the
Oh no, that's a bit better. With its like... This thing is so hurt. You see this dark blue ichor leaking out of it as it stumbles forwards, desperately trying to get into the room. And as it does so, it just clenches itself inwards, and this blast of icy frost air emanates from the center of its body. Mira, Yervith, Jin, you're within 20. Shana, you're out of range. Lockie, you're out of range. So just Mira, Yervith, and Jin. I need you guys to... Actually... No, Lockie, you are in range. 20 feet. Mira, Jin, Lockie, Yervith. Yeah, Shana's out of range. So everyone but Ali, I need you to make me some Constitution saving throws as this thing lets out this immense cold.
Oh, that's not good.
Ooh, that was a... You sound good. You sound great, right? Alrighty. 12 for Jin, 20 for Mira, 27 for Lockie Hobbs. I better roll for Yervith, sorry. It'd be a shame if I killed Yervith while he wasn't there. 14 for Yervith. Everyone but Jin just passes. Yervith just passes. Mira, you're fine. Lockie, you're fine, absolutely. Jin, you just fail. 14 is the DC. Okay, everybody takes... Well, everybody but Jin takes half this. 32 points of cold damage. Woof.
Okay, I'm going to use as a reaction one of my absorb element spell crystals.
Absolutely, yeah. The crystal begins sucking up this cold. I believe you are resistant. You take half damage as well, so everybody takes half damage, so down from 32 to 16. Wow, that was bad.
Can I get a quarter of a quarter? Because I'm already resistant.
Yeah, you take a quarter of a quarter.
Oh,
That's
sweet.
exactly right. Yeah, not too bad, hey?
That's only 4 points of damage, thanks.
Ah, you're welcome.
No, thanks, Sarah.
That's not too bad at all, man. You can't complain about that. You absolutely can't complain about that. With that, it is the end of the troll's go. And it does not recharge that ability. Lockie, you're up next.
Okay. Well, he took a little bit of cold damage, not terribly much. Ended up being 6 after the shield. Anyway, so what's happening now is unfortunately the cube in his chest is going a little bit haywire at the moment, and there seems to be a bunch of electricity coursing through him. So that's just going to sort of come out in a lightning bolt as it sort of overloads.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So that will be a dex save of 16.
Okay. And that's in a straight line, right? So you're the...
That's
no,
in a straight line.
I'm kidding. That's a fail. That is absolutely a fail.
So that'll be 8d6.
Oh boy, this is... I think you might be able to do this, I suspect.
That's 30 damage.
30 points of damage. Lockie, how do you want to do this?
So he's kind of like sort of almost malfunctioning because the cube in his chest is sort of sparking and flaring because he's never actually used it before. So it sort of just like overtakes. He just sort of leans back and this bolt is coming out of his chest just in a straight line of lightning. I'm going to singe his hairs.
Oh, okay.
Pop his eyeballs.
You watch as this blast of lightning shoots forward, stabbing through the heart of this creature. You see this troll just take this incredible amount of damage as it judders and twitches in place, arcs of lightning causing the muscles on its body to activate, twinge every so often. Its eyes sort of take on this very haunted look, and you watch as it just slowly begins sinking to the floor. Singed fur, singed flesh, filling the room with this very acrid smell as the troll collapses, motionless, to the ground. And with that, you guys are out of initiative. As the chat says, fire and lightning damage. Did someone order their troll? Well done. Yes, they did. They did order their troll. Very well done. And yeah, you watch as the troll sinks to the ground, no longer moving.
Right, guys, we're going to do this sneaky or fast?
I think they might have heard something.
Yes, I apologize for that. I did not think it through.
Is everything under control? You look like you're trying out new things, maybe?
Yes, well, it went a little haywire there for a moment, but
Okay.
I'm not going to do that again in a hurry, I think. I don't think I could displace the energy again. Anyway.
I can relate.
I guess we should prepare for more fight as we get through the ice caves as fast as we can before they have a chance to get back up. I don't know what's down here.
That's a nice idea, Shana. I guess we head in.
Hello, Jin.
Yes, welcome back. Nick of time, my friend.
Dramatic entrance.
Yes, everyone says that. I take a bow. Yes, well, you know me. Always one for theatrics.
Ain't that the truth?
Yes, I think we've made quite the entrance. Maybe we shall follow Shana.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, keep that fire breath ready. We've got, well, it lasts for a minute, so however long it's been since then.
Okay. Well, I will try not to talk too loudly, just in case it comes out at the wrong time.
Right.
I think I'll poke my head. Let's see.
I think she's also sort of got a Eldritch Blast readied in her left hand. Just, she knows more shit's gonna come jump out at us.
Yeah. So Lockie's just going to hold his mace out, which has still got the light coming out of it. Just have a little peek down the hallway that we've got here.
Yeah, Lockie, as you've been looking down the hallway, looking beyond, you can see the ice tunnels stretch pretty far out of view down towards the south, and then also up towards the northwest. The tunnel towards the south seems to be a bit lighter, probably out over the open ocean. The sunlight still filtering down from the icebergs above. Towards the right, it seems to be getting a bit darker. You can see there are sort of sections of footprints, scuff marks from where the troll and the kobold came from. They look like they came from the northeastern area down the tunnel. Do you want to make me a perception check or survival check, see if you pick up anything else?
Sure.
I thought you might.
Yes, I'll do a perception.
Perception it is. 17, yeah. Not too much more than what I've already described. However, you can hear the sounds of noise, of voices, echoing through the tunnels, distorted by the reflection off the ice, coming from the northwest, and also from the south. The voices from the south have a sort of a scratchy quality to them, almost like very similar to the way the kobold spoke earlier.
Do they sound heightened, like alerted, or is it just rumble?
Yeah, sounds like there is activity going on of some sort. And given that you've already, I would say, Lockie, you know that you have just cast Thunderwave, turned into a giant, and smashed a troll. The troll has then roared, and then you have burnt it to death, and then cast Lightning Bolt. There has been a lot of noise coming from this area in the last, 5 minutes, 10 minutes or so. You get the feeling that potentially someone or something is heard.
Yes, I have a feeling we're going to have a lot of company.
We should run away from that.
That is possibly an answer, yes. I mean, is there another way to get down here? Is there a reason to? I'm still.
Well, we've got to get. I assume we have to get through the caves to get to the entrance to the horn. That's. I assume that these are clearly cultists down here. So, this at least is a way out, and it's not on the ice. We were starting to freeze up there. You were starting to freeze up there.
And the more cultists we kill now, the less we have to face later on.
That's true. I don't know why I have a problem with that.
I think it's against your nature to hack and slash, my dear.
Yes.
Is that still true?
Yeah, I think that's totally within her nature.
Shana, you're sus.
I will say though, if I remember correctly, the garrison down here was left unguarded, and the Hag and the Sahuagin have stretched the forces considerably of the order down here. There's a lot of things that are ripe for the plucking, and all it needs is a hand outstretched from, let's say, us. There's a few different ways we can deal with it. We could go for the tried and true, just kill everything in our path. But we do something more subtle. I did get a good look at that kobold fellow before he disintegrated. So potentially I could emulate that kobold. And
Yes.
if anything actually happens, we could yet again use subterfuge. But I'm in a whimsical mood. There's been a lot more things that have been on my mind, and I would like a distraction. So, do any of you have any other ideas that are not necessarily one of stealth and subterfuge?
I think we just literally got the quote for Jin's character t-shirt. I'm in a whimsical mood.
I'll just stab some people.
I'm in a whimsical mood.
I mean, there's more than one way to be sneaky. I would think
Yes.
between our two casters here, perhaps we are able to melt a tunnel through the ice.
Ooh. But-
Mira?
I mean, I can definitely do that, but to what end and which way?
Well, see, that's the hard part. The idea would be to maybe avoid some of the forces that are in front of
Maybe
us.
to the northwest?
Perhaps.
Well, we can... Lockie, why don't you take a step back and help me seal off this end of the tunnel so that we can get a bit of cover.
I can definitely do
Just... I've sort of got some endless water going so that Mira can just freeze it so that we don't have to work on relocating water and stuff. It's just water. And I was thinking we can just sort of, yeah. And then we're all back here. And then we can sort of start tunneling maybe in this direction and try and keep near the cave wall, but not near enough that it's gonna sort of collapse in, but near enough that we can sort of gauge the direction that we're going.
I'll be honest, this plan sounds very convoluted. My sort of method was a lot more... it was a lot quicker, but we'll definitely go with this. This seems fun.
I don't
I
think
need
that we've got
distractions.
a wall pass as cultists down here, especially if they're all kobolds, but at least this gives us some protection as well. I just need to know where we're going, that's the main thing. I can try. I can do...
Or do we do the more simple option and just sort of go through, and if we see anyone, we just pull up some ice walls as cover and kill them all?
Yervith sort of steps and goes, guys, there's some kobolds coming. Do we step back in? What do we do?
Oh, I've got an idea. Combining both the ideas. Okay, if we make a little hidey hole and we hide there and we can listen to what the kobolds say, and then maybe if we can, Jin, you can take their form and then maybe talk to them about where we're actually going and while we hide in the ice.
Yes, okay, you guys hide. I'll be out here. I'm going to disguise self and cast myself to look like the kobold from before while I usher everyone to go in.
Okay, I'm going to make a little alcove, like a priest bolt hole in the ice.
A priest's bolt hole. Amazing. All right. With both of you working together, I was going to say one person doing this, every 6 seconds you can carve out a 5-foot cube. With both of you doing it, it means every 6 seconds you can carve out 2 5-foot cubes. So together going rapidly, you are able to start carving through here. This is a very, very clever use of your powers, which is a little bit frustrating because I'm going to have to really quickly draw some extra dynamic lighting walls for you guys to be able to see stuff. So
That's a good point.
Yeah, but behind us, once we're all in and Jin's out there, I'll refreeze it. So
there we go. I've got it all sorted. I will move you into the hidey hole. Here you go. Oh, that's the thing. There we go. Oh, that's the drawing. I'm going to delete these drawings now, just so you know. There you go. Mira, Shana, Lockie, and then Yervith quickly runs in and joins you in the little hidey hole.
Yep.
I think I did a pretty good job there.
Before the kobolds come, I'm going to take a deep breath, sort of center myself, and then I'm going to collapse onto the wall next to me and just be exhausted. That's the state I'm giving off. I'm heaving and huffing and puffing as they come around the corner and see me basically just exhausted.
the group of kobolds, 4 of them, begin running down the corridor. Again, these kobolds do seem to be a mixture of the red and blue colorations. The blue kobolds have these white spines on their bodies, whereas the red kobolds have the dark red black spikes. And as you sort of like collapse against the wall panting, they come up and look down at the body of the kobold in the corridor that's been burnt to a crisp, and look up at you and go, "What happened?" in Draconic. I know you speak Draconic. Yeah, I know you do.
I'm gonna look at them. I'm gonna like, brothers.
Oh my god, I wasn't ready for that.
Of course.
sorry, earphone users.
My bad. I apologize.
That was good. That was good. Go.
Brothers, yes, they killed the ice troll and they disintegrated this one. That hag and her Sahugan. I don't know what magic she wielded, but they went out of the norm. As I'm huffing and puffing.
One of them turns and goes, "The Sea Mother is here," and looks visibly terrified.
I just like nod earnestly.
Make me a persuasion check.
Oh, okay, sure.
They've got to have a reason to believe you. 21. They begin turning around. They begin turning around, looking, and one of them spots the ice troll in the middle of the room that's been like electrocuted. It took out one of the trolls. I
nod earnestly. I think we're under attack. What? They just disappeared. I don't know what they've gone now, but we have to be on guard. I'm just like in the panic. Like I'm panicked, they're panicked. I'm getting them more panicked, hopefully.
Yeah. No, absolutely. No, 100%. The kobolds begin sort of looking around, very concerned. One of them sort of rushes into the room a little bit, looking around, and then corners really quickly, trying to like suss out. Going,
so I sort of
pulls
stumble
out this
over
tiny
here.
dagger. Yep.
I sort of stumble over here, and I sort of drop on the floor right in front of where they've done their little hole, so I can potentially obscure them even more if they whatever.
It's been sealed up with ice.
Oh, okay. I'm just going to stand there anyway, just in case.
Yeah. It begins sort of looking around, touches the troll with its foot, like kicks it a bit. It's dead! It's dead! It runs out of the room again really rapidly. Looking back towards its comrades. You, stand guard. Points to 2 of the red kobolds. No, you should stand guard.
At this point, I'm like laying on the ground, arms outstretched, legs outstretched, and I'm just like heaving and huffing and puffing, like fuck. I'm like shit, and I'm just like panicked.
2 of them look at you. One of them points and goes, "Carry him to the barracks." And 2 of them run up. One of them tries to take your arms. One of them tries to take your legs. Jin, could you chuck disguise self into the description for me, please?
Yeah, that's like. Oh no, that'll work.
Hold on. I have to use an action to inspect my appearance and must succeed on an intelligence investigation check against my spell save DC. So technically, they won't notice it. But
the hand of someone who reaches out to touch you would bump into you while it was seemingly still in midair. It's an illusion. That was the bit I wanted to read out. Is that, for example, if you use this spell to add a hat to your outfit, objects pass through the hat, and anyone who touches it would feel nothing or feel your head and hair. So, because you are using this spell to appear smaller than you are, as the kobolds run up to take your arms and legs, your tiny kobold arms and legs, they trip over your actual body, which is much bigger, but is invisible right now because the spell is disguising it.
I'm going to, as they trip over, I'm going to get up and like, sea hags, shenanigans! And I'm just like clutching my face.
No, that's going on.
Sea hag shenanigans. Make me a deception check. Let's see this in action.
It's only a 12, actually.
12. There's this sort of pause. 2 of them who are looking at you. I've accidentally made myself giant. 2 of them who are looking at you seem to be fairly convinced, but the other 2 don't. And as you're calling out sea hag shenanigans, there's this sort of like moment where they stop and look at you a little bit more closely than they were previously.
Did you say your name was? I feel like I have not seen you in the tunnels before.
In my travels, I didn't catch any of the names.
No,
Overhearing,
you've not
did
heard
I?
any. You've not heard any kobold names. Sorry.
I'm just gonna look sort of at the wall. My name? And I'm just gonna like sort of trail off. And I'm just sort of gonna like look like the ordeal has like just shaken me to my core.
They look
I
at
don't
you.
remember my name.
They look at you. One of them, its eyes go wide. It's the hag! It's the hag! And they begin running, terrified from you, in all directions, screaming out, "The hag! The hag!"
Sure. I sort of
And-
just sort of shake my head. I sort of drop the voice. Well, that basically this it does it means to an end. But great, the chaos is in their ranks, like I planned.
Lockie, Mira, Shana, and Yervith, in this room that you have now sealed up, the air's getting a bit tight and a bit close as time goes on, and you are finding it very hard to hear anything through the ice.
Lucky's okay.
Lockie's fine.
Should I just have Mel a tiny little cork hole pinprick that you can like stick an eye up to?
Yeah, you poke your eye through. Air begins coming in and out of this room once again. You can see Jin lying on the floor, and then two kobolds trip over his non-existent, or his much larger arms and legs, and slam into the floor. You guys watch, hear the rest of the conversation. Kobolds seem to assume Jin must be the sea hag, and then rush off and disappear down the corridor. Yervith looks back and goes, "Well, that wasn't what I was planning, but that seems to have worked."
That seems to be the effect. I propose we go the other direction.
They went in two different directions.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear anything
I was just
about.
slowly melting a door.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did they? Did you hear them say anything about a barracks? Did they point which way that was?
No, they did not.
Yeah.
They were a little bit more on. Some of them on point, and were a bit more on edge. I think there seems to be a lot of, shall we say, nerve. Everyone's nerves are frayed down here. It seems the war has sort of spilled out of control. However, let's simply just now that they're in disarray, this is the perfect time for us to sort of do some pinpoint strikes.
Can't argue with that, I suppose.
Right. Well, which way? So they both went different ways.
And they did.
Well,
It was sort of darker and more spoopy going to the north.
that I propose going that way because we're all heading into darkness right now. At least I feel like that. So.
It's
Wow.
probably where they would be.
So intense.
We're all heading into darkness. I mean, really, if you think about it, it's just waiting for the heat death of the universe in a way.
Yeah. Mira grows her red scales just over one eye. It's just over one eye.
It brushes down the spines.
Really, like, what's the point?
Oh my god. Oh no.
The endless dark.
Oh my god, I got eaten by a giant worm, you guys. No, that's not happening. That's a character. It's a character from Avatar: The Last Airbender stream. Don't worry about him. He's fine.
He's not fine, he's dead.
Or is he? Yeah.
He's
so
gotta be.
Yervith sort of steps out and begins looking down the corridor both directions.
I don't want to alarm anybody, but I can hear footsteps coming from the tunnel up to the northwest.
Then he points towards the right.
Yeah, it sounds like heavy footsteps. Maybe another troll.
More
Oh
hiding
no,
or more
I was
murdering?
wrong. It's a couple of trolls.
Okay.
Okay, other way.
Yes, let's go south.
Yervith's already moving. Yervith begins heading down the corridor.
Yeah, it's a couple of trolls. Yeah.
As you get to this point, sort of heading down the corridor, you can see the ice tunnel in front of you heads down south. sort of 50, 60 feet, and as Yervith comes around the corner, he holds his hand up suddenly to stop and listens. Puts his hand forward and sort of moves his finger forward and like sort of army move, and then begins crawling forwards and has a peek around the corner, and then comes back. Yeah, there's a fuckload of kobolds there.
Trolls.
I think we startled the trolls, so we're going to have to engage in combat anyway. We may as well get the advantage.
Could we get Jin to like distract them and then we could run past? Could Jin like run in and do a little kobold dance, do a little sexy dance for the kobolds, and then run back out again, and we'll keep moving.
That's an idea.
I think that's the sort of plan Matt would suggest.
You want me to do a little dance?
It's a very Matt plan.
Play character.
Yeah, do a little sexy dance for the kobolds, and we run past.
Try to check that shit.
I'll give you a sick beat.
Could just creep past them.
Yeah, we could just do that. Yervith then immediately crouches down and begins stealthing.
Does he have?
Crouches down.
Does Yervith? Doesn't he have pass without trace?
Let me have a quick look. He very well might have pass without trace.
Because that probably would be something that would be really useful.
He does, but he has no spell slots left. He only has one first level spell slot left. He's used them all. So he's only got one first level spell slot left. In that case, he can't cast. He looks at his hand. I'm tapped, guys. I couldn't even cast Thorn Whip if I wanted to.
Famously, isn't it?
I can't cast it. Yeah, no, I'm tapped, guys. I've only got a little bit of a spell magic left, and I thought we might try and save that, maybe for like a hunter's mark or something.
Look, I'm going to come around and creep around the corner. And you said there's kobolds in this room, right?
Yeah, that sort of points. Yeah, I saw like 6 or 7.
Well, the other one went down pretty quickly before. Not gonna lie. One flame breath and it died.
Mira, can you do the same flame breath thing?
No, I'm an ice dragon. Sorry, it's not going to be as effective for this, but I could. Or we could seal this entrance. Can they get out anywhere else? Is it just this little 10-foot entrance?
So you can see.
Yeah, I'll just block it. I can just block it. We could collapse the roof and block them in.
All right, let's do that then. Start taking out pillars of ice from the roof and try and collapse it inwards.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not above us, obviously. Like, a little bit of a distance away, so as it collapses, but it's not going to take us out with it.
So you're sort of reaching up, shape watering, and trying to collapse the roof, right?
Yeah, sort of like a big blah 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 over here.
Yeah, make me a spellcast attack, both of you.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Oh, not 20.
Oh my god.
Woohoo!
I don't actually. Oh, there it is.
24. Fucking hell. Yeah, you guys just reach up and abuse water. You watch as you reach up and pull. You hear this cry of, "What's going on out there?" So the kobold steps forward, and then suddenly this entire section of wall collapses as the roof sort of caves in and melts around, and then is sealed by the freezing ice. There's a moment of pause, and then you hear the sound of like scratching and scrabbling as kobolds begin smashing at the other side of the ice.
Let's move on.
What was that, sorry?
I thought the trolls were on that side.
No, they're coming from
No, they're behind us.
Yeah, they're behind us. They're to the north.
Oh, yeah. All right. Never mind.
There you go. We'll use that as the... Oh, you guys moved on before I put the ice in. Never mind. Yervith begins like running as he's like just watching this ice, and he's like, "Wow, that's seems really broken." And then starts running after you guys.
I was going to say, as we go, it might take a little longer, but I'm going to try and just make it the terrain behind us with abuse water just difficult terrain if I can. Just like make
Shana will help.
Water or just like.
Oh, I've got my endless water. Why don't we make a giant ice slick so that they can't physically walk on it? It's just sheer slipperiness.
Okay, so just so you know, the tunnel that you're heading down. I'll describe the tunnel first. You may change your minds about what you want to do.
Okay.
As you head down this tunnel, you see that it is sloping downward ever so slightly. It becomes more and more pronounced as you begin moving, heading down deeper and deeper into the section of ice tunnels. And as you reach this section here, there is a opening up towards your left-hand side, towards the southeast. And the tunnel continues at a very slight curve down towards the southwest at this point. If you were to pour out the decanter of endless water and try and freeze it, the water would be running downhill in the direction you guys are currently moving.
I mean,
Just so you know. Just so you know.
do we want to make this faster? This whole process?
I think maybe we'll just make some difficult terrain behind us instead.
I think
Maybe just some
okay.
nice spikes or something.
Yeah, look, why not, hey? So why not? As you guys just sort of occasionally cast, like, use water and try and pull up these spikes and things like that. Yeah, you do see that it is pulling up these sections of ice. Lockie sled, amazing. Hope you're proud of yourselves.
Always.
Look, we've got to come up with plans on the fly. Sometimes they're not all great.
Alright. Yeah.
All
I
right.
think also just like as we're going along, Shana is trying to stay within arm's reach of Lockie, just in case we run into a fuck ton more trolls. She wants to just be able to reach out and redo the flame breath.
You were just breaking up a second there. Ali, did you say reach out and cast flame breath on Lockie?
No. She's just trying to stay within an arm's reach of Lockie, so that in case
so
we
that she
see
can.
more like lots of adversaries that we'd need the fire breath for, like she just wants to be ready to like. Boop.
Yeah, so any big group of adversaries, you're there ready to cast flame breath. Yeah, absolutely. Okie dokie. Yeah, as you guys begin heading down the section, I'll describe the room that opens up over towards your left, because Lockie is still casting this dim light up to 60 feet, and then this bright light at 30 feet. As your light moves along and illuminates the room beyond, you can see a vast chamber of ice. Mist curls up from the floor, but in this room you can see what look to be almost statues stretching across the ice. And as you look around the corner and get a close look, you can see they're actually real creatures, frozen in death. In the floor, underneath the ice, is a giant squid, easily 100 meters long, stretching along the length of the floor, frozen with a large bite mark taken out of it.
Ooh.
Towards the north, a complete longship, sail raised on display. This place looks dark, foreboding, and full of frozen trophies.
Does it look like something actually of value there?
Oh no.
Yeah, as you have a look around the corner, the longship is intact. It's a complete longship. Frozen crew still in place on the deck, tending to the masts, tending to the riggings, but frozen solid. Some of them missing arms, some of them missing heads even. These frozen corpses preserved in ice.
Oh no.
Okay, I'm going to do Bardic Inspiration myself and do a perception check.
Yeah?
Yeah.
24 gin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, looking out across
32.
Looking out across the cavern, you can see what look to be these giant white-furred ape-like creatures. Jagged holes, claw marks or bite marks taken out of them, frozen in death. Stuck to the floor, frozen in ice. You can see people. Giant wolves. Part of a massive water creature with large teeth. These massive eyes covered in tentacles. Some dark abomination from the depths. But nothing moves. This place is frozen solid.
Does a 32 get me more than 24?
32. Jin, as you look a little bit closer around the corner, you can see the longship. I'll bring you into position so that you can see this a bit better. On the deck of the ship, clutched in the captain's hand, as he stands to attention, you can see he is holding a chest.
Oh.
Frozen in his body.
Ooh. Okay. Everyone else is sort of probably just around the corner. Look. This room is very well, spooky, very foreboding. But there is treasures on that ship. That captain is holding a chest. So, we have a bit of a conundrum. Do we stay here and try and retrieve it, whilst tempting fate with the creatures in this room? Or do we continue on? I don't
I'm
know
more
how far
worried
the
about
trolls are.
it's taken chunks out of those creatures.
We don't suppose there's an ice dragon down there, do we?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Shana. Yes.
I'll be honest though, that chest is twinkling.
Do you have any more of that invisibility gem? Could you sneak over there?
I think that this is the time for subtlety, if anything is.
I have one cast left.
How bad?
Oh, is it the dog? That is the dog.
How badly do you want that chest?
Oh, I do like it.
I think that's your answer then.
Jin's personality trait is a born gambler who can't resist taking a risk for a potential payoff.
And Shana's personality trait is sus.
Taking on potentially bad ideas.
The twinkle of the treasure there has caught my eye. Fuck it.
I'll keep a lookout.
I'm going to cast invisibility on myself using my last one.
Alrighty.
And I'm going to creep into the room. Basically, I have Dimension Door ready to be cast if I need to.
Absolutely, I'll keep that in mind. Jin, yeah, you head into the room. You can see this cavern full of frozen bodies. The ship invitingly open before you.
I'm going to do another bardic inspiration myself as well.
Okay, absolutely.
Okay, I'm gonna attempt to be as stealthy as I can. Do you want a stealth check?
Yes, please. Yes, even with your invisibility, I still will do a stealth check. It's just looking out down the corridor. 9.
That doesn't give me advantage as the invisibility?
No. It just means that creatures can't see you.
Wow, it's 10. My rolls have been pretty dirt tonight, actually, except one.
You've been 24 for your perception. This is the only bad roll you've had tonight.
No, because everything else has been... I've rolled like 2 21s. Hold on, let's see. Because the 21s were actually 9s that I rolled.
Oh, yeah, plus 12. Okay, no, you're right.
And
You
then
haven't had
the
amazing
Constitution save is 12.
Yeah.
That's a 9. Like, a lot of 9s.
Yeah, it's true.
And my deception was a 4. Fuck, I'm not rolling well at all. I've only rolled once, like, decent.
You should ask Varys for help.
I do have an inspiration.
Ooh.
Do you want to spend it?
Oh, yes.
Okay. Roll your stuff again, please. Absolutely, please, feel free.
It is marginally better.
12 plus 1 is 13. Jin, as you begin walking through, the first thing that strikes you is this room is much colder than the rest of the tunnels. A bitter chill begins seeping through your skin, into your bones, and you feel your movements restricted. As you pull your cloak tighter, you feel yourself having to fight off an urge to shiver. Begin moving through this empty chamber of statues, frozen bodies assembled and arranged like decorations. It's a bit creepy. Something feels off. You keep catching sight of something that looks to be almost looking right at you before you realize that it's missing part of its torso, or isn't blinking as it remains frozen in place. But before too long, you've navigated through the vast expanse of these frozen bodies and have reached the deck of the ship. The ship looks to be pristine, frozen solid. The crew all still in place, frozen in place along the ship. There are even 2 look like they're at the front deck, arranged or assembled or positioned as if they were looking out, pointing at something in the distance, a look of fear on their face, or perhaps maybe they were frozen in that position. But strangely enough, the rope ladder is down on the side of the ship. You are able to easily climb up onto the deck. And on the deck you can see a number of other treasure chests, all open, all positioned, just arranged on the deck in front of the captain as he holds this one chest in his hand. What was that? Sorry, Ali?
Does he have the bag of holding on him?
Yep,
Jin does, yeah.
Okay, sweet.
I do. All these open containers, they actually have any treasures?
Yeah, gold and silver and jewels spill out onto the deck of the ship. You can see gold pieces from modern times, but also gold that looks older. It doesn't look as, shall we say, as fresh or as new. It looks sort of a little bit marred and tarnished. Silver pieces, jewelry, precious objects, just open, inviting.
I don't have like detect magic, but can I like sense if there's like any feeling that these might be cursed? Like, is there any way I can actually do that?
You can make me an Arcana check, see what you can kind of pick up on and read looking at them.
Let's do another bardic inspiration.
Obvious writing or symbology or things like that.
Alright, let's do another bardic inspiration. 5. I am rolling dog shit.
Jin, no.
But it is
no.
an 8.
8? Yeah, no.
So now it goes
plus
up
8,
to
sorry.
13.
13's a bit better, yeah. No signs of any obvious symbology or markings. There's no blood circles or anything like that arranged around the ship. Nothing obviously stands out as being cursed, but there is something at the back of your head. This chill across your neck raises your hackles. Something feels off. This is too easy.
Okay. That's... I'm a born gambler, but I am getting like just really weird vibes. Everything I touch is invisible.
Yeah.
On me, right? So like when I'm holding...
That's correct, yeah. Everything you're holding is invisible.
I'm just going to get out my crowbar and I'm just going to slightly touch one of the... like the jewels or something, or one of the treasures on the ground. Yeah.
As your crowbar makes contact with the coin, you feel the ship begin to shake. Dark plume... No, none of that happens. The coin just gets nudged by the crowbar. Nothing happens.
Dick move.
There's nothing I like more than beginning a description of something and watching the players will go, "Oh, here we go," and then I'm like, "Nah, I'm kidding. No, nothing happens. Nothing happens. You just nudge the coin with your crowbar. It shifts with a chink. A couple of other coins are pushed out of the way, but nothing happens as far as you can tell."
I pick one up.
Pick it up. Feels cold. It's very, very cold in your hand. So almost burning cold. It sticks to your fingers almost immediately.
Is it because it's just really cold?
Just because it's really cold.
Okay. I'm going to put it in the bag of holding.
Yes. Jin, as you do so, there is a bit of a sensation as you let go of the coin and it drops through the bag of holding. All the coins, all the treasure, shudders just for a second. There's this like clink as all of it shudders.
Let's do a roll. A d20. 1 to 10. I'm going to think that this is a little too easy and this is a little too spooky and there's just too many things going on and that are out of my control and this is a bad idea. I'm going to retreat.
Okay.
11 to 20. The allure of treasure will keep me there.
Okay.
I rolled a crit.
20. Well, thank goodness you're not wasting it on
I know.
That'd be tragic if you wasted an actual 20 on a decision making.
Oh,
that sucks. That sucks, buddy.
I'm gonna
That's
keep.
rough.
I'm gonna start scooping them up but not like quickly, just measured. Like pick a couple up, look around. Pick a couple up, look around. Look at like anything shifting, changing.
Every time coins pass the edge of the bag and disappear within the depths of it, the entire treasure pile shudders again. Every single time.
I'm gonna take some of the treasure out of my bag of holding. Does it look any different?
No, looks the same.
And for someone like me, I can test it out a little bit, and it's like this is proper treasure, but it seems.
What do you do to test it out?
I know, I'm just feeling it. Like you know how people take a bite of gold to see.
Bite of gold's a good way to do it. Absolutely. Yeah.
No, I'm not going to use 14.
14. You start touching the gold. You sort of investigate it. You take a little bite. It looks the same. It looks like gold. Feels like gold. You don't recognize some of the symbols on the coins, but that's because they're very old. They strike you as being maybe older currency. But
okay, I'm going to just keep taking as much treasure as I can, but still, like, take a few look around. Like I'm on edge. I'm definitely on edge, but like the allure of the gold
is. See anything from our perspective, especially because we're watching?
Yeah.
Is there something like trembling underneath the boat, or?
No, nothing trembling underneath the boat. You don't see or hear anything involving Jin in the boat, but you want to make me a perception check from where you guys are.
Oh, okay. Yes, I'll do that. Anyone?
Yeah, sure.
That's 7. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
very good
Oh.
perception.
Oh no. He's not distracted because he's also waiting for things to come from behind them, so he's watching out.
Perfect. 22.
22 for Yervith. After a few moments, Yervith sort of looks past you, Mira, and goes, I can hear those trolls. They're still coming. They're coming down the corridor now. It looks like they paused for a bit, but now they're coming down the corridor.
Okay,
Jin's been there for like a minute or two. I think we need to get him.
I think that's enough. Yes. Can we
can collapse the tunnel again.
Yes, we could. That's a good idea. Is this tunnel too bit wide though? No, we could do it. Yeah, we could do it.
If we do it, try and cave in about here.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm not there. I can't say nothing.
As you guys are discussing this, you see emerging from the darkness 2 massive trolls hulking as they begin charging down the corridor.
I think we're out of time.
Yeah, alright. She reaches over and she touches Lockie on the shoulder, does the thing that she was ready to do, and then tries to step out of his way.
Thank you, my dear.
Oh my god.
Jin, I think it's time to go.
Just yell out across the cavern.
Yep.
Jin, you hear this echoing across the cavern.
Okay. How many of the treasures have I actually taken?
Roll me a percentile dice.
100.
Yes, please.
9.
Oh, mate. That sucks.
I haven't rolled nothing good at all.
Except for that natural 20 that you rolled for deciding what you were going to do.
It's so bullshit.
Okay, so you have picked up mixture of gold pieces, silver pieces, and jewelry, totaling about 225 gold pieces.
Yeah.
As I leave, I'm going to try and nab the treasure chest.
The entire treasure chest.
The one that the captain's holding.
Yeah, you're going to grab that and try and push it into the bag of holding?
Yeah. It's probably a bad idea, but yeah.
Sure, yeah. Reach up, tear the chest. It is frozen, clutched in his hands. As you try and pull it off, I need you to make me a strength check, please. The rest of you, I'm going to need you to roll me initiative.
Uh-huh.
Okay, alright. I'm going to do the strength check first and see how we go. Would you say that's just an athletics?
Yeah, you can do this athletics check, absolutely.
Why?
9. Of course I don't roll well again.
I think it's just one of those nights, Jared. For us.
I'm not rolling anything good.
We all have nights like that. I mean, I've had nights like that as a DM where I can't roll above 10. It's very depressing.
So what's 9 do for me there?
Yeah, no, as you're tugging away, it's still frozen in place, attached to the captain's hands by this layer of ice and frost.
Okay. I'm going to expedite it. Can I just cut his hands off and chuck the hands and the chest into my bag of holding?
Yeah. Are you going to use your shadow sword?
Sure.
Do it.
Cool. You
Return again.
hold out your hands, your shadow coalesces and forms into this dark katana in your hands, and as you swing down and start hacking away, can I get you to make me an attack roll and do some damage, please?
Actually, hold on a sec. This would drop my invisibility anyway, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Look, I'm just actually going to do prestidigitation instead. Something a lot less invasive. I'm basically just going to warm those areas and just gently just take the chest out of his hands.
Okay. Yeah. So you stand there, 6 seconds, prestidigitation, casting some warm. Have you rolled me initiative, Jin? Can I get you to roll me initiative? I'm going to place you in the initiative order. Sure. This is going to be you're in the initiative order doing this.
Oh, I got a 22.
It's not too bad.
Ignore the 18.
Okay, I will. Let's put some combat music on.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
Oh dear.
Okay. Oh dear. Oh dearie me. Alrighty. Looks like the ice trolls are first up in the initiative order. Shana, you've still gotten your fire breath off for Lockie.
Because then my turn's done, isn't it, Owen?
Yeah, exactly. You guys watch as the troll, the first one that roared and spots you, just begins charging down the corridor. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and rushes towards you. As it does so, it screams out this challenge, this echoing roar down the corridor as it sees you. Lockie, you're up next. That's its full turn.
All right. Screw this noise. Lockie's going to take a step forward. He's going to look back and go, "Fly, you fools!" And he's going to just punch the ground and cast Shatter.
Yes.
Okay.
Please don't make it like.
Okay. Oh boy. Yeah, Lockie, chuck open Shatter for me. I'll put it open as well, actually. Just want to see how bad this is.
This could be very bad.
Each creature within a 10-foot radius sphere, centered on the point, must make a con save. Creature takes 3d8.
I did say step forward, so I would have gone outside the 10.
Yeah, creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has a disadvantage. So this is going to start shattering the ice underneath you as well, and on all sides. Lockie, could I have you please roll me a percentile dice? I'll roll a constitution save for this ice troll.
Sure.
It's a 15 for the con save, so I think that's a fail, isn't it?
Yes, it is. Mine is 16.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not based on you, it's a sphere, isn't it?
It's based on an area in front of him, so 20
Yeah,
foot.
in front of me.
Yeah. So you guys are just out of range.
It's 66.
66.
Whoa.
The walls and the ceiling and the floor crack under this enormous piercing sound as Lockie slams his hands into the ground. This crack followed by this high-pitched whine as your eardrums are temporarily overpowered by the force of this blast. Your ears begin ringing in the distance. The ice troll seems to take the brunt of this attack, clutching its head as it is... Oh, could you roll me damage? I've just realized you don't have any damage there.
16. That's thunder.
16 thunder, wow. Yeah, as it clutches its head, blood pouring out from its ears as you have definitely perforated its eardrums. Jin, you hear this echoing through the corridors. Lockie, the crack sort of spreads and widens. And you watch as a section of the ice begins to collapse and fall into a cavern deep below. I need Lockie, Yervith, Mira, and the ice troll. What was that? Sorry, Mira?
I said that was the wrong line to use.
I need the troll, Lockie, Yervith, and Mira to all make me dexterity saving throws as the ice begins to crack.
I stepped forward so I wouldn't include them.
No, the ice is actually cracking underneath and it is spreading. The 66 was to see how bad it is.
Oh, I see.
as it begins collapsing. So there's a cavern below this, and it begins collapsing in underneath. The troll gets a natural 1, so that's a fail.
Oh, yeah, no.
13, Lockie, you're okay. Mira, yours was a 9. That's not good. I better roll for Yervith too. Hey. Yervith's going to be fine. Yervith's fine. Yervith's completely fine. The ice troll immediately begins pitching forwards and drops into the cavern with this roar, this startled noise as it just drops out of sight. This collapsed, cracked open ground just below you. Lockie, you're able to sort of fling your arm out and catch on. Mira, you begin sliding towards this hole. I'm going to draw it in a second, but you slide 10 feet towards the hole, heading straight for Lockie.
Ooh.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. That's okay. All right.
As I sort of caught myself and held myself, do I see Mira sliding towards me?
Oh,
Am
yeah.
I kind of ready to see if I can catch her?
At this point, doesn't look like she's sliding any further yet, but definitely... Oh, you haven't used your bonus action, have you?
I have not.
That should be okay then, yeah.
Cool.
There we go. The ice appears to be a couple of meters thick, and in the gap below, as you look down, you can see a vast pool of frozen ice. This incredible lake, frozen.
Okay. Not that way.
Alrighty. As Mira begins sort of heading towards you, Lockie, you reach out an arm. Mira, you can roll again with advantage, so you can roll your dex save again, and this will replace your 9 as Lockie assists you.
Watch me get a 1.
Don't get a 1.
Yep, it's a 1.
Oh my god. We'll keep the 9 in that case. Yeah, Mira, at this point, you are still sliding towards the hole at the moment.
This is fine. This is fine.
Could I use?
I can get out of this. It's fine.
And I've already used my reaction. No. Could I do the flash of genius, perhaps, on the 16?
On the
On
9. On the 9.
Yeah, we'll go. It's a bit late, isn't it? It's a bit late.
Yeah, a little bit. The other ice troll.
That'll be fine.
Anything else on your turn, Lockie? Or are you all done?
I think I'm done.
Alrighty, the other ice troll begins charging down the corridor. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Gets up to the edge of the hole. Not much else it can do except roar angrily across the crack. This roar echoing through. There's a few moments of silence, and then you hear a low grumble. This coming from below. You couldn't hear that, could you?
No.
No,
It was too low.
Coming from below.
Perfect.
Thank you. Yervith. Yervith is going to rush forward and grab Mira using his turn and drag Mira 5, 10, 15 back. 5, 10, 15. He's going to use his full... Oh, sorry, he'd only have 10 feet after that. So he drags you away from the whole Mira and goes, that was really close. So that's patting you down. I'm a little bit worried about what made that noise below the ice, and he points at the hole.
Yeah, best leave things undisturbed. We should keep going.
Where did that noise come from? My cavern or the hole that they made?
The hole that they've made.
Oh my god, okay.
Yeah, we need to.
Shana. Yervith, as his bonus action, is going to have a bit of a look around and go, I think we need to run down this corridor down here, and points at the corridor behind you. Shana, your turn.
Alright, so the first thing Shana does is look back at Jin and make sure that he's aware of what's going on, so that we're almost not gonna up and leave him.
As you look down through the ice, Jin, you can see he's trying to melt very slowly using prestidigitation, melt a chest out of a captain's hands.
Move it or lose it, Jin!
Nice.
And,
Not too fast.
she's going to stay where she is because she does want to keep Jin within eye shot because she's not going to leave him behind.
Oh, that's
and
nice.
then she's going to do her usual double Eldritch Blast at that troll. And see if she can sort of try and get it to lose its focus, make it fall into the ice more easily, or further crack the ice underneath him, or she wants to get that troll down into the hole to potentially feed whatever the hell is down there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. So Eldritch Blast at the ice underneath to try and crack it more. 11 and 23 are both going to hit the ice.
So underneath the troll, though, right? Isn't it?
Yeah, underneath the troll.
Good idea.
24 total damage. Yeah, that absolutely is going to work. You watch as the ice, the hole cracks and widens. I'll make a dex save for the troll. That's a 5. That's a fail. You watch as the troll just drops down this hole. The troll hole. This is the troll hole. This is where you drop trolls. You drop trolls down the troll hole, obviously.
And can she like keep an ear out for screaming or chewing sounds?
I hear the sweet sound.
You hear a sickening thud as the troll's body collapses, so it drops 50 feet before smacking into the ice on the floor.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's better than I thought.
Yeah, 50 feet is quite far before it smacks into the ice with this thud, and you hear this as the troll connects, followed by this coming from the hole.
I can't hear it.
Oh, that's right. I'll try again. Coming from the hole. No, I'm too loud. Never mind.
It's a
Noise
guttural moan.
Fucking noise gate. Yeah,
It's like a guttural moan emanating from the hole.
exactly. Shana, anything else on your turn?
No, I don't really have any bonus actions, but I think she's just trying to keep an eye on Jen, trying to get him to hurry up and hightail it back over here before whatever the fuck's down there comes for us.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Mira.
Mm-hmm. Right, well, I'm away from the hole, so
Yes.
I'm going to keep going. I'll see how far Jin has gone with the melting. Oop.
You look into the room. Jin is very slowly making progress.
All right. At least, we'll see how it goes.
Check water is only 30 feet. I do not want to go in there.
Why not? Jump down the hole.
Why am I the only person who's actually went in this room?
Because we're too chicken of the giant dragon. Actually, I am going to just get my squishy sorcerer butt out of here. So I'm going to just scout ahead sneakily.
Okay.
And see if I can see.
Make me a stealth check, my friend. And to answer your question, Ali, we are indeed still in initiative order. For a reason.
There's something out there.
That's a 19.
19. Yervith sort of looks around and goes, "Oh, where'd you go, Mira?" As he disappears.
Oh my god.
And then immediately spots you with his passive perception of like 18, 19. Oh, there you are. You just walked away. Anything else on your turn, Mira?
Oh, I was just going to see if I can hear anything from down this corridor now.
Yes, yeah. Mira, make me a perception check, but most likely you can, yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh dear. That's a
18, 100%. Mira, you can hear the heavy footfalls of more trolls coming down this corridor behind you.
Shit, I think everyone, we have to get into there.
One of them shouts out, "Hands off the treasure!" As it begins charging forward.
No.
Okay. I think we've been spotted. We're being pincered.
Being pincered.
From hanging inside the troll hole, you hear Lockie go, "You think?"
Amazing.
Mira, we can make another hole.
We could make another hole. I think that's my turn, though.
Okay. Jin. Yeah,
Okay.
I mean, getting there. One hand's free. Lots
Cool.
on the
I'm
treasure.
going to try and pull the. Now it should only be. It should be a lower DC to pull the.
It is
chest
exactly,
away,
yeah.
or pry
Yeah,
from
it
the
is.
hands.
Make me an athletics check, please.
I'll probably fuck it up anyway. Let's be honest. 12.
12 is just not enough. As you're like tugging, you can feel it coming loose, but it doesn't quite happen. As you're like tugging away, you hear this crack of ice, but still the captain's frozen hand maintains a death grip. What would you like to do?
Would that be Is that my main action?
I'd allow that as a bonus action. I'll be a nice DM.
Okay, that's a bonus action.
I'll be a nice DM. We've had a suggestion for the episode, Troll Ice Fishing. I was thinking the Troll Hole myself, but Troll Ice Fishing is good too.
Let's be honest. I'm sort of done with this guy. I'm just going to cut his hand off. That's like still frozen.
Okay.
I should just done that.
Whip out your hand. Your shadow begins pulling away, and your shadow pulls up into your hand and forms this dark black katana, leaking this dark smoke. Yeah, you swing down. Make me an attack. Let's see the damage.
So 22.
22 with the umbral blade. You strike down and... Oh yeah, make me some damage too. Yeah, no,
9
absolutely.
damage.
Yeah, you cut off the hand. The chest dunk, 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 lands on the deck and begins like sort of rocking backwards and forwards before coming to a stop.
I am going to... Okay, so that's my main action done. It's my bonus action done. Can I scoop up the chest and start running towards it?
You can just shove the chest in the bag of holding and begin running.
Yeah, so I'm here. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Sweet as. Jin, as you push the chest into the bag of holding, there's this shudder again as the treasure moves. And as you begin running, you notice that the ice at your feet begins clutching at you. It's very sticky and hard to move. And as you begin moving away from the ship, ice begins trying to grow across your body. As you reach this point here, your feet are becoming stuck to the floor.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine.
No, nothing happens yet. You still got your movement and your action bonus action, but next turn I'm going to
notice this?
things.
Do I
You notice it as you're running.
Is this a
It
spell?
becomes. You don't get the sense this is a spell.
Okay, it's okay. I'm not too fussed about it.
Alrighty. From down the hole in the ice, you hear the sounds of the trolls sort of arguing and angrily shouting, pointing up before the sounds of heavy footfalls running away. Then you hear a voice echo up through the hole.
Interlopers, how dare you touch my treasure? My trolls are coming for you. My kobolds are coming for you. You will not leave here alive. You will join my icy statues. Stand guard over my treasure, and I will watch your corpses be eaten by my ice.
Echoing up from the hole.
Uh-huh.
Lockie, your turn, Lockie.
Yes. I will use my action to pull myself out of the hole.
Yep.
Remain watchful. Remain calm.
Could I have you make me an athletics or acrobatics check, please?
Sure.
You are currently right at the edge. I'm a Warforged on the edge.
Warforged on the edge. This also is going to be with a +4.
Okay.
What I roll.
How many flashes of genius do you have left? You must be almost out.
That's not flash of genius. That's to do with my armor.
Ah, it's your armor.
So that's 23.
You're fine. Yeah, you're absolutely fine. Yeah. Just begin immediately crawling up and stand up. Oh dear. That sounded pretty ominous, didn't it?
Yes. I believe where that other voice come from. But yes, that was speaking truth. This is what we are fucked. We need to
We're
keep going.
fucked. Right.
Come. Oh dear.
Yeah, Lockie. You've still got movement and action if you like.
I do. Okay, I'm going to... Well, I suppose we're moving on. If Jen can...
There are trolls down there.
Well, there are trolls. Well, there were trolls
Well, they
behind
were.
us.
They're running. But we need to get away from this thing.
We really do. Shit.
Get Jin.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I'm going to start moving into the room here. Actually, if I've got an action, then I'll use it to dash.
Oh,
I'm gonna-
just be
yeah.
careful. Oh.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm going to head up to here to you, Jin, because at the moment your feet are getting...
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put a hand out to yank you forward if it starts freezing on you.
You might start freezing.
Oh, that's an interesting point. Hadn't thought of that. Thanks for the idea. No, I'm kidding. As you get close to Jin, Lockie, you look down, you can see that his feet are starting to freeze to the floor. it looks like... So the bag of holding, you wear it around your waist, don't you, Jin?
Yeah.
This ice cold smoke is leaking out of the bag of holding.
Ah.
Okay. Is that magic?
Yes, it is.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Yes, definitely. Clearly. It's something escaping an extra-dimensional, extra-planar space inside of a bag. This is magic, powerful magic. You suspect probably some sort of curse.
Aha!
Aha!
That's fine.
Ice trolls. The ice trolls that are running down the corridor. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Begin rushing up and trying to make their way as close to you guys as possible. As they see you, Mira, coming around the corner, they roar this challenge.
Oh, yep, there are more of them.
That's the ice trolls go. Yervith takes one look at the ice trolls. Goes 5. Looks towards Mira and Shana. Get in the room. I've got a plan. I think. And he is going to use his last spell slot because I think he would in this instance, and he's going to cast Cloud of Daggers. It's a first level of him, isn't it? Cloud of Daggers? Yeah, using the Mosaic Short Sword. Yeah, he's going to... Oh, no, that's only if he misses. Never mind. Sorry, he can't do that. Do you have anything you can do, Yervith?
He'd probably just start shooting at them.
Oh, you can do plenty.
He can do plenty. Yeah, but he can't do Thorn Whip, can he? No, so he's going to start shooting at them. Absolutely. He's going to take two longbow attacks, one against each of them, try and slow them down with some wounds. 24 and 27. Fucking off. Yervith is nuts.
So,
yeah.
Did you actually factor... Did you do his...
Dread Ambusher?
Ambusher thing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so that's done.
So 13 damage. Sorry, 13 damage. And he gets the sneak attack on the first one because they didn't see him until they came around the corner. So these 2 arrows fly over your head, Mira, before smashing into the trolls behind you. Yervith gestures into the room, points at the sort of walls on either side and goes, could you and Shana maybe, like, I don't know, collapse the ice and block us in for a moment? Like, let us get ready? And then he's going to move 5, 10, 15.
Do one better.
20. And get all the way into the room after firing off those 2 shots. Shana.
Alright. Hearing what Yervith had requested, she goes to Mira first of all. She's like, Mira, go get some magic ready. And with that, she's going to cast Fireball on the trolls, but also trying to take out as much of the floor underneath them because it is sort of that circle shape. So she's sort of aiming like the top of that 20-foot diameter right on the troll's head, and everything else is underneath it, like right through the ice. So she's
absolutely roll.
Yeah,
either roll. Is it dexterity saving throws?
Where it's like narrower.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dexterity saving throws for Fireball, correct? Yeah.
16.
I'll roll right now for the 2 trolls. 8 and 9. Wow.
They're taking 34 fire damage.
And the floor is taking 34 damage.
There was a lot of 6s.
Jesus
That's actually really good. That's above average.
That's you've rolled really well. That's 3 6s, a 5, a 4, 2 3s, only 1 1. That's nuts. No 2s.
Above average.
Yeah, you watch as this fireball just opens up and begins destroying the floor in front of them. The walls crack, and you see a giant hole open up in front of the trolls right here. I'll roll a dex save for the trolls to see if they can avoid going in. Actually, only one's in danger of going in. No, he passes. That's a 20. This troll nimbly steps back, his sort of comrade getting out of the way as he steps backwards and gets out of the way of the hole as it cracks down. You hear this ice shattering below. You hear the voice call up through the hole in the ice again. You can try destroying my lair all you like. Your deaths are inevitable. And that's what you hear.
Are you a dragon?
No response. Actually, no, he would respond to that.
No.
I am a Rathator, Prince of the Ice and Snow.
Rathator.
Mira, I believe it's your go.
It is. I was going to do something else, but now that I've heard that, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it should be a little bit smaller to start off with.
Okay.
Prince of the ice and snow.
Okay. She steps forward, and as the flames kind of die down from the fireball, she'll just like draw them forth into her fingertips, and then just all 10 will just light up on her fingernails, and she'll flick it forward and cast Wall of Fire.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Do you want to mark on the map where you want it? Ping it, and I'll put down a wall of fire.
Yes. So it will be. I was thinking about doing it differently, but I'm just going to do. It's a 20 feet high, 1 foot thick. So I might just do that over this way. Oh no! I pressed the wrong button. Oh. Oh wait, I want to get both of them. Okay. Right there.
Oh, right in the middle. Okay.
No wait, I don't want to do that. I want to do
It's single, only one side of the wall, isn't it?
Yeah.
Active?
So I'll bring it back a bit so that I can get both of them in 10-foot range.
Like
It's
there?
And it blocks up the hole from whatever the fuck is down there.
Yeah. So it'll
Right
just be
there?
over the hole, and anything within a 10-foot range of that side of the wall will take damage.
On their turns or straight away?
So straight away, make a dex saving throw, and then if they end their turn in there, they'll take another 5d8.
Do that right now. 10 and 11.
Oh.
Absolutely shocking dex saves. I've noticed that if I roll dice in quick succession with Roll20, it does seem to only roll one higher each time. I've noticed that 3 times now it's done that. That could just be coincidence. Oh, 18.
18.
Wow.
I'll add on my
hell.
elemental affinity, though.
Yes, you do. And this is a fire spell, isn't it, Mira?
It is.
Could I have you please roll me
Uh-oh.
a d20?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Yeah, because
18 plus 5, yeah.
this is like the third or fourth fire spell you cast.
Oh yeah, it's only 5 spells from here, baby. 6.
6. Mira, could I have you please roll me a d8 now?
Oh, okay.
Oh no.
I want to see if you're getting under 10. 2.
What's a D8? It has to be under 10.
No, total.
No. For the d20, I want to see if it was under 10. Mira, as your fire goes off and burns them, you watch as the color shifts and changes and takes on this greenish hue. And rather than fire, this wall of poison springs up, taking the place of the fire.
Ah, that's cool.
And as you look down at your hands, you see that that area of red scales, there's a moment where it looks like there's green now. And as you blink and look again, it's gone. It's just the red and white. It's again the red and silver.
That's nope. Concerning.
Anything else in your turn, Mira? Any movement?
She'll step back a bit from that situation.
Yep.
And just group up with the others, basically.
Actually,
I think I heard you dragon too, Shana.
and as this effect goes off, I just want to see if Orathator notices. Yes, he does. What was that? What was that? You hear calling out from the darkness below.
What did you do?
Just trying something different.
Jin.
Damage was that? It was clean.
Jin,
Okay.
could I have you please make, at the beginning of your turn, a Constitution saving throw?
Me?
Jin.
23.
Natural
Oh,
20, 23. Jin, you just start stomping your feet and the ice falls off.
So the chest is still exuding that aura.
Yes, yeah. This cold smoke
going
seems to be
to-
pouring
I'm
out of
going
the
to
chest, but
take
with a
it-
natural 20, 23, like you are just shaken off the curse's effects for the moment.
It's fine. I'm going to take out the chest.
Yes, you reach in, take out the chest. The chest, what looked like a lock, has now revealed itself to be this strange, almost like a face carved out of metal, and its eyes are weeping this cold, frigid mist.
Okay. I'm going to do a bonus action to do Bardic Inspiration as I start sort of doing a sort of like a song under my breath. As
How
I
many
start
Bardic
sort of-
Inspirations have you got left? You must
This
be
is my
almost out
last
by
one.
now. I was going to say, yeah.
4. I have 4. This
There
is
you
my
go.
last one.
I hope you don't need them against a dragon fight.
Oh, no.
That'd be rough.
But I'm going to cast a spell magic on this.
Okay. Yeah, go for it. What level?
So, I'm going to do... I'm actually going to do a 3rd level.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put it up for you. There you go.
Ah, thank you. Yes, could I have you please make me an ability check?
That's fine. So I'll do it. I'll just do a flat d20. 1. 6. 1.
The added your
7.
spellcasting ability?
What would that be? That'd be +4.
Yeah,
So +4, +1,
takes you up
5,
to 11.
6, 11,
11.
plus Jack of all trades, which
Yep.
adds +2, 13.
Yes, and you also...
That wouldn't be
yeah,
enough.
that's
though.
correct. No, so 13. The DC equals 10 plus the spell's level.
Yeah, so
you cast a
it's,
spell-
it's be 14 more.
Yeah, no, so... yeah, unfortunately not. As you
Fuck's
cast this
sake.
spell, yeah, that sucks, man. That's a natural one then, it's not what you needed it. Yeah, as you start concentrating and push this magic, nothing happens. The spell fails and you watch as the gas continues to pour out this frigid mist.
It's so annoying. These rolls are so dog shit.
Roll20 has not been your friend tonight.
That's my bonus action done. That's my main action done. I can't do anything else. No, don't worry about. I'll just dispel magic again with a 4th level.
Alrighty. Anything else in your turn, Jin?
No, I will move maybe 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just go here.
Alrighty. Ice Troll is going to make a running jump and try and jump across this gap. I'm going to roll an athletics check.
Through the fire.
Ooh, that is a... Well, it's now acid and it's already kind of bathed in it. That is a pass. 5, 10, 15, 20. And then it's going to 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Brush up around the corner. This one's going to try and do the same thing. 10, 15, I'll roll an athletics. Oh, that's not good. You just watch as this troll just disappears down the hole. As it goes to make a running jump, the acid's kind of blocking its view. It can't quite see... Because the acid's in the way, it can't quite see where it's going, and it just starts running, going, "Ah!" And then just plunges through the acid straight into the hole, and he watches it just disappears. It's just, "Ah!" And then this thud, and then silence. It's this sickening crunch, as it only had 14 hit points left and just fell 50 feet.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Lockie, you're up next.
Well, I would love to be able to get in range for Fire Breath, but I don't think I could do it without getting my friends caught in it either. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. If I'm here, could I get 15 feet of a Fire Breath without catching my mates? Because if I did it
Very
behind...
Be like,
Good
I
question.
did-
like you start it from here.
You can
Yeah,
aim it.
yeah,
Yeah. If you aim that direction, you won't get them. Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Angles.
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 Geometry.
Study math. children.
Trigonometry.
Yeah, you can catch it. Of course you can.
Yes.
I think I deleted
Lucky
something
go.
I shouldn't.
Where'd you go, Lucky?
I think I just deleted Lockie.
Oh, you did too.
Lockie just goes... explodes.
You fucking asshole. Now I've got to go find you another token. Unbelievable. And it won't have the special vision that I gave you. Oh, you just... Pain in my side. Unbelievable. I don't know why I bothered. There you go. You should be back now.
Yes, so profesh.
Oh, you're really big. I'll just shrink you down. There you go.
Alright. So that's 3d6.
I'll roll a dexterity saving throw.
16, yep.
Oh, that's a fail. That's 11.
9 damage.
Oh, Lockie. One more than what you needed. Only had 8 hit points left. How do you want to do this?
Okay, he runs forward and he sort of puts an arm on Shana's shoulder as he leans around and goes, Thank you for this. And the S ignites and then.
Amazing. You watch as the troll just combusts, dropping to the ground. Again, crispy, charred, delicious. LFT, Lockie fried troll, as you watch as it just drops. Crispy goodness. 11 secret herbs and spices, including Hexblade's Curse, Eldritch Blast, as this thing just drops. And for the moment, I'm going to take you guys out of initiative and actually right at that cliffhanger before anything else happens. That's actually where we're going to wrap up for tonight, because the next section, I think no matter what happens, is going to take a bit longer than what we've got.
Can I,
with your Dispel Magic, go on.
please just Dispel Magic this thing?
Go on.
I'm going to fourth level spell slot.
Fourth level immediately is successful.
Okay, thank God.
Immediately. As you cast this spell, the
There's one off.
the latch on the chest drops off, and the magic ceases. You watch as...
So if I had gotten a 2, I would have done it.
It would have been enough, yeah. I'm really sorry.
Oh my God.
It's a bad roll. Natural one's not a good roll. And that is where we're going to wrap up for tonight. We will be back next week. Matt will be rejoining us to take recontrol of Yervith. I hope I've done a good job playing Yervith for tonight. I've made decisions I think Yervith would make. But Matt will be back to play his character next session, hopefully. We will be seeing how this resolves. This is going to be an interesting one. I'm curious to see how this works out. So that's it from us tonight for Dungeons & Dragons. We're going to wrap up now. But if you haven't had your RPG fix for the week, I've got some good news. We're back again tomorrow night doing our Avatar The Last Airbender RPG in Avatar Legends, which is going to be a very interesting session as well. We ended on a bit of a cliffhanger last week for that one as well. It's become a bit of a habit for me ending on cliffhangers with the D&D and RPGs. So we will be doing that tomorrow night, same time. So come and enjoy that if you wish. And I'll also be doing some more Pokemon Legends on Saturday morning, Pokemon Legends Arceus. So you'll see more of me doing that. And then we'll be back next Wednesday for more Dungeons & Dragons. So thank you so much, everybody, for coming and joining us. It's such a pleasure as always. If you're listening to the podcast or on YouTube, thank you so much. If you have enjoyed us tonight, please feel free to hit that like, subscribe, or whatever version of that button it is on your podcast platform. And for YouTube, if you like our stuff, give it a like. Say hi in the comments. Tell us your best D&D story. Tell us your best clutch turnaround. Because Lockie's Shatter on the Ice, clutch turnaround. I want to hear your best clutch turnaround in your D&D games. All right, everybody. That's it from me. Stay safe. Stay well. See you all again later. Farewell. Goodbye. Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. And outro.
Thank you.